From Kraken, worst troll ever.
The following content contains adult language and humor that is not suitable for viewers under the age of 18. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. The views and opinions expressed during the following video content are those of the individual and may not reflect those of others. Thank you.
Pop Talk is where it's at, baby.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Cash Money can put his change in my piggy bank any day.
Respect my authority!
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome one and all to this edition of Pacific414 Pop Talk. Along with Baron Norman Tag, Cash Money 007. I am your host, Mike. We are currently live on Baron Norman Tag's Fandom Legacy, the Phantom Hooligans, Pacific414 on YouTube, and Pacific414 on Rumble. And for today's show, we are going to be discussing a judge rejecting Disney's motion to dismiss the Gina Carano wrongful termination lawsuit that she has filed against the corporation alongside Elon Musk. And then we're also going to take a look at an article from comicbook.com where Chris Hemsworth says that his influence for his version of Optimus Prime was one Peter Cullen, who is celebrating a birthday today. That's right, the voice of Optimus Prime himself.
Well, let's face it, Chris Hemsworth can be a little robotic at times, so I can see that. Yes, see, it's a poor attempt at humor. Poor. I admit it.
Well, Baron, maybe he's a robot in disguise.
He might be. And all the women want to know, is he fully functional?
Perhaps.
He didn't do much in the Furiosa movie as the villain, but I didn't really care for much in that film.
He hammed it up. He did.
Mm-hmm.
And I still stand by, I don't think Furiosa was all that great. I would still give it a 6 out of 10, but it wasn't that
5
great
for me. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hey, but at least we have that fan film. Ooh, whoa.
Yeah. And of course, we will take a look at the most recent trailer for Transformers 1, which is due out in September. And we'll also be catching up on some Invincible Season 3 news and also a hint at a possible Season 4. Of course, if you are a Stealth is Optional member on the YouTube side, you are welcome to join us on the panel. The link is in the community page. If you would like to do so, the choice is yours.
Oh my. Talking about working without a net, man. I should put that up today. Working without a net. Woo!
But before we do get into any of these articles, Baron, Cash, anything you want to talk about, or how's your morning going? How's your weekend been?
I mean, it's been okay. I mean, I'm here, I'm talking, I'm alive, so I'm on this side of the dirt. I mean, these are all the things that you can only hope for,
Yeah.
Paddle Wannabe says he's working on it. Help us all.
Dun, dun.
But yeah, I'm not doing too bad per se. just yeah, it's a weekend. It's hot, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and,
Mhm.
and Phil's still calling us Team Epic Phil. So yeah, I've just got one thing to say to Phil.
He does.
Bear Norman.
Crap. I just ruined it.
I just ruined it, damn it. All right. Yeah, that's right. He won. He won. Bear Norman tag. Cash Money 007. Mike Pacific 414. Superior. Phil McCracken. Inferior.
Seems about right.
But you know what? You should have done it like a GoBot because that's his favorite. He loves.
GoBots. Superior. Phil McCracken. Inferior.
Yeah.
Great.
It's his guilty pleasure. It's like, I'll just pretend I like the Transformers because I don't want to be mocked, but I like the GoBots. Yeah, GoBots rule.
I
Shut
mean,
up, Phil.
Mike, obviously I wasn't happy that Dave Roberts pulled the starting pitcher yesterday when he didn't need to and just let the guy finish out the inning in the sixth, and then everything went to hell. But this has happened with managers before, so
Yeah, that's one thing that aggravates me about managing the pitching
this
staff
analytics
nowadays.
bullshit with I guess every manager now. Analytics. Oh, let's play the field. This crap. Yeah.
What's the point of having a starting
Right.
pitching staff? Why don't you just call them all the pitching staff? You have an opener, then you have guys coming after the opener, and then you have the closer.
Yeah.
Isn't that the way it should be?
Yes.
And the pitcher should pitch.
Well, I mean,
if
they're only at 82 pitches, basically, and they're not even at 92, let the guy finish. I mean, you're up 5-0 at that point. Even though there's some runners, right? Even though there's some runners on base, just let the guy finish. Probably still would have been 5-0 at that point. I mean, the trash throws, because of course there are still two former cheaters on there. They're not the biggest problems for the Dodgers, but still, Dodgers have to play well on the road. And even with Freddie Freeman having to go and take care of his son recently because there's something that happened. These things happen. I mean, baseball is a grinding sport for these players.
It is, but I have my own aggravations. Kyle Hendricks isn't pitching all that well for the Cubs right now. He starts off well for the first 3 innings, but once you get to the middle innings, it's like, oh crap.
Yeah,
so
right.
I keep wondering, if they are going to continue to start Hendricks, why don't they let him go 3 innings, take him out, and then have somebody come out of the bullpen who's specifically designated to come out during Kyle Hendricks starts?
Yep. It just it doesn't
1 or 2 pitchers. You don't want to use your whole bullpen.
No. It doesn't hurt anything. If the guy is pitching that well, even though there's traffic on the base, who cares? Just let him finish.
Let him finish the inning.
Let him finish. At that point, it's like they haven't even scored any runs, and he just needs one more out.
Yeah. Or even if you have a starting pitcher who's pitching nearly a complete game, and he gives up 1 run, and say you're in the 9th inning when he gives up that 1 run, and then the manager decides to take him out. No, leave him in there. Let him finish out his own game.
Exactly.
So he gave up the 1 run. I'd rather him give up 1 run than 4 or 5 runs.
Yep. Yeah, it's just it's frustrating. It's just, and also the Padres are getting closer in the division, so things are getting a little bit more interesting. So hopefully.
They just traded for a reliever from the Rays.
Yep. So, the Dodgers are probably going to have to find another pitcher, and they've had some injuries. Though Kershaw on Thursday pitched pretty well, so that's not surprising.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the fantastic return of the box score. with new co-host Cash Monet. I can't believe you guys are still torturing yourself over professional baseball with the shite show that's become. I mean,
it's been tainted a bit, Baron. I can't say it hasn't. It's like a lot of sports. It's been tainted a bit. You know, even stuff like with the Olympics going on right now, it's been tainted a bit.
Don't talk to me about that.
But I mean, I don't.
Oh gosh!
I still do not.
That opening ceremony for.
Oh yeah, I know that was Olympics. A shit show. But the whole thing is, even adding more sports, like why should surfing and rollerblading and breakdancing be added to the Olympics? That didn't need to happen. You know, I was just skateboarding. Obviously, I don't hate surfing and breakdancing. That one's just ridiculous to me. But
it's just odd to have those as Olympic events.
Yep. They want to spice it up for a newer generation. It's always the same thing. It's just like baseball and football. And we've got to make more people that aren't really into sports care more about it. I know this is the bullshit that keeps going on.
Here's what I've always said. If they weren't interested before, they probably aren't going to gain any interest now just because you're trying to appease them.
Right. Yep.
Well, it worked with me in rugby. And what I was talking about was the fact that
wrong with rugby, man. I think rugby is.
Oh hell no! Don't you say anything bad about rugby? It is a ruffian sport played by gentlemen. That's what it is. And no, I was just saying about don't get me started on the Olympics because New Zealand lost to South Africa on the one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but South Africa they only had one win. South Africa. Well, they had two after that, and at that time, New Zealand had 3 wins, no losses. But then, needless to say, they got the loss.
Well, it's funny too, man, because even like Paris apologized for that nonsense of the Last Supper. It's like the only reason you apologize is because the backlash.
Because there's backlash.
There's backlash. That's all. The only reason you apologize, Paris. So whatever.
This Paris Hilton you're talking about? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, Paris Hilton.
I know that.
Yeah, she showed up for some reason.
Yeah, I mean,
Paris, which is just like a lot of European cities that are being overrun, turning into hellholes.
Yeah, they are.
Oh yeah, they got their no-go zones over there too. I mean, it's bad, just like England and a lot of the others. But this is what you expect from a bunch of cheese-eating surrender monkeys. I mean, honestly, they lost it when Napoleon died, and it's like, okay.
Yep, I'm going to be very interested to see if the ratings this time are actually going to be better than what happened with Tokyo. So,
well, I just don't know that people actually care about the Olympics that much anymore.
I'm not sure they care as much. It's certainly gotten a bit political, and it never needed to. Not this way, anyways. Not this way.
Right. And America was grievously doing it. So I mean, come on. We're going to send messages. No. Send athletes.
Yep.
Oh, you guys. Hey, Mike, how's it going, brother?
What's up, man?
Yeah. There we go. He's optimist. That's right. Hey, look at that.
As his Pops. Not to be confused with Pops.
Yeah. No. We can't do that. No. There's too many Pops out there.
No, but because Mike heard the word Transformers and he ran.
Hi, gents. Handshake for Mike, pat on the back for Cash, and a friendly cross check for Baron.
Yeah.
And I just want to sit back and say this. I didn't say he was French. I was saying that's the last time the French were relevant. And it took a foreigner to do it. So I know that, Mr. McCracken.
I will definitely check that out, Mike.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's go ahead and get into the Transformers stuff first.
Okay, I'll start dealing I got my favorite Transformer up. See.
All right.
Yeah.
but before we do that, just got a little something to share with y'all.
Ooh.
That final band.
Go ahead and put the article up this way we can get ready. And here we go. Wednesday, September 18th, 2024 at 6 p.m. Eastern.
The Transformers.
40 years of robots in disguise. A Pacific414 Pop Talk special event. Only on the Pacific414 YouTube and the Pacific414 Rumble channels.
Okay.
Oh, silence, you insignificant fool.
You know, when I was going through, just quick here, when I was going through AV in high school, I went to the technical college for 2 years. So half my day was at the high school, half it was over at the technical school. And going through AV, and the guy was there and trying to come up with ideas to, you know, what will we do for like some sort of class type video. Yeah.
You got
and it. He goes, I got it finally. And he goes, you know what you should do? You should do a Transformer video, but use real Transformers, not the toys. So I did that in honor of his suggestion. We never did it though, but thinking back, that would have been funny. Back to you, Mike.
You are inferior. Soundwave superior.
Yes, you are. Boy, I brought the room down fast. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. I'll blame it on you.
I thought it was amusing. I wish I could.
We're all just sitting here like,
You know what I liked about that story? It had ending.
I'm just giving you a hard time, Barry. You know,
I
know a hard time.
I know. Trust me, if I was offended, you'd know it.
I'm ready for it.
You would know it.
I didn't do it.
No, that's me storming out the door. If I was offended, I would just storm out the door like.
I know I have a reputation for kicking my co-host out.
Yeah, he does.
At any given moment, but that wasn't me. That was the co-host.
He's like, "Screw you guys, I'm going."
So we have this article from comicbook.com, and it says Transformers 1, Chris Hemsworth reveals influence of Peter Cullen on his Optimus Prime.
Da 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 da.
And why not? Peter Cullen has been the voice of Optimus Prime since 1984. The man is celebrating, I think it's his 83rd birthday, 83rd, 84th birthday today. Let me double check myself.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say it's his 83rd.
You would have thought you'd had that tattooed on him was his birthday. Oh yeah.
Silence, Baron.
It's hard to believe he's that old. He's like, wow. All our heroes.
Yeah, he turns 83 today. 83.
Happy birthday, Mr. Cullen. Honestly,
yes.
Have you sent him a good happy birthday wishes? I'm seeing yours here.
I am sending my birthday wishes to him right now, Baron.
There we go. Okay. Comic Relief Crusader, how about you? You gotta dare use Optimus image with smile face. You gotta do it, man. And yes, we know he's Canadian, eh?
Actually, I believe that is Star Saber that Comic Relief Crusader is using as his image.
Oh, it is? Okay, it's kind of hard to tell because it's so small. Okay, then he's not. But still, still, he should be sending him a message as well, being he's a huge Transformer man.
Yes. I'll just go ahead and click onto IMDb. And as you can see, he was born on this date back in 1941.
And you know how we can tell he's Canadian? Because he goes, Transformers, transform and roll out, eh?
Very funny. Very funny. I mean, Peter Collett has said this many times that his brother Larry was his inspiration for the voice of Optimus Prime.
Mm-hmm.
And he was also recently on an episode of The Masked Singer as the voice of Optimus.
Awesome.
So let's go ahead and get into the article as we welcome the Padawannabe. Are you Autobot or Decepticon?
Autocon?
He's a green squishy thing. He was almost Lizzo's snack on the set of the Mandalorian. That's what he was.
How are you doing today, Padawannabe?
Doing good. Allergies are horrible. I gotta fix my microphone. It'll sound better in a second. Haven't adjusted it yet, but we're doing okay. I mean, we're here. I made it.
Yeah, we got that here too. The pollen stuff.
It's been so sunny, and today it's like 80 degrees, all overcast, cold. It's been like 90 degrees or more, like for a week. Gosh.
Did you say cold?
Yes, I believe he did say
Yeah,
cold.
it is actually a little chilly up here. It's like 78, 80 degrees today.
Oh, 78, 80. Well, you're saying
no
90
sun.
degrees and it's like
no,
cold.
yeah, yesterday I think it was 89. The day before it was like 97. And we were floating at like 98 degrees for 4 or 5 days. And then all of a sudden, I mean, we had some fires, which did give us a little bit of that kind of golden sheen over everything. But so that did me too. That I'm really scratchy voiced because of the air. You wake up and it's like, oh, something's in the air.
Something's in the air.
Something's in the air.
And that's all Cash's fault because he wanted to have pretty sunsets. He did all that.
I wish I had that
Man's a
power.
psycho.
Oh, the sunshine really bounces off the toxic waste nicely.
Yeah. I mean, he's out in the forest with his can of gas.
I don't know, man. When the sun is out and it's like in the hundreds and stuff, it feels like my skin is about to melt. It's like something out of Wizard of Oz. I kid you not.
Moving more north from California, like the sun is hot and it bakes you in California. Up here, it's got to be that we're closer to it because the sun is different here. Like I really do feel like my skin, like you said, like it kind of cooks. It's like, gosh, doesn't seem like it's that hot out, but I'm sure getting torched.
You got a different sun than us? That's cool.
Yeah, it's that flat Earth sun.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're proving the flat Earth theory, man.
I've said it many times, many times. The world is comprised of more than 0.75% uncarbonated water. So by definition, the world is flat. But
I always thought I always thought it was shaped like a burrito, but okay.
Oh, we don't want to see what's in the innards of that. We don't want to see the society on the inside of that world burrito.
Well, unfortunately, it's coming out.
True.
And Mike says the sun is a deadly laser.
It can be.
There's even people who want to block out the sun somehow. It's pretty crazy. That actually
universe has a laser.
I'm not joking.
Yeah, Uncle Joe. Yeah, Uncle Joe. One of them. He was like,
it's something like out of Mr. Burns. I swear.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he looks like Mr. Burns. Why wouldn't he suggest something like Mr. Burns? I'm going to block out the sun.
So everybody can just have a little drone that carries around a little sunscreen bubble, and it can just fly over the people as they walk.
Yeah, there you go.
And it'll muffle them, and we won't have to hear their nonsense. It'll keep everybody, from touching and getting too close. The bubbles will bump. Get off my bubble, dude.
So, getting into this article, it says Chris Hemsworth says he uses the performance of legendary voice actor Peter Cullen as an influence and motivation. This article is posted on the 26th of this month. It's by Russ Burlingame. And it starts off like this. Chris Hemsworth is a big fan, as anybody, of Peter Cullen's performance as Optimus Prime. So he was glad to learn that the young Orion Pax, the character who would grow up to become Optimus Prime, or if you watched War Dawn, you know that the Aerobots took Orion Pax to Alpha Trion, and Alpha Trion upgraded Orion Pax to Optimus Prime.
Is this the new Prime series? Is this what this is referencing?
It's the new movie, CGI animated movie that's coming out in September.
Okay, is that Transformers 1?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I'm making sure I'm getting my info straight here. Thank you.
Good.
Wasn't this? Did you say this guy was Russ Hooligan? Is it one of Cash's friends?
Burlingame.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Names have been changed to protect the innocent.
Yeah, he didn't want association with Cash. I understand.
Yeah.
But it says the character who would grow up to become Optimus Prime had a distinct personality that allowed him to play a little bit. Far from the brilliant leader of the Autobots that fans have known for decades, Transformers 1 version of the character is cocky, young, hopeful, flawed. Hemsworth told us during a press event at San Diego Comic-Con that he actually came into the role expecting to be asked to take on the Cullen effect, and was pleased to be able to carve his own path. Cullen's work, which Hemsworth says he homages rather than mimics, can be felt toward the end of the movie, which serves as an origin story for Optimus Prime and Megatron. For much of the film, though, expect a very different Optimus. Yeah, he's Orion Pax. He hasn't been granted the matrix of leadership.
Oi, I'm Optimus Prime!
This is not the godlike, all-knowing, powerful individual that Optimus Prime is, that we all know and love, who certainly inspired me to take part in this role, Hemsworth told Comic Book. This one's the youthful version, the brash, cocky, young individual who is full of hope and enthusiasm and anti-authority, and wants to break rules and choose his own path. He's not one to conform to what society is telling him. There's a lot more humor and fun to that. I came in originally thinking I was going to do more of the Peter Cullen voice, and Josh Cooley, our director, was like, no, this is not, not that version. He's not there yet. It's very difficult to have a heap of humor and youthful banter in the Peter Cullen cadence. Toward the end of the film, when he becomes Optimus Prime, we start to lean toward it, but I never wanted to mimic that in any way. I use it as an influence and motivation and an inspiration, but what Peter Cullen has done is so iconic and brilliant. I'm leaving that on the mantelpiece as something I look toward and pay homage. Come on, Mike, read.
Well, yeah, I mean, that sounds, what he's saying right there is rather impressive, because it's like, I'm not going to try to mimic Peter Cullen. I'm going to try to be Peter Cullen as a young,
that's
in the younger form.
That's
and
why.
Course,
go ahead.
Go on, Cash. Go on, Cash.
Oh no, it's just that's why even like when it comes to Thor, like I wish I had enough money to actually make the Thor movie that he deserves, because Hemsworth actually cares about characters that he's working on, which I think all these actors should. Don't just go in there for a paycheck. You know, this guy seems to care. I just have problems. I mean, I watched the trailer recently, and just the other day I had to, and this is the second trailer. The humor in that is what I'm really worried about in that film, because the humor is so off to what Transformers is. It really is.
Yeah.
But I mean, at least the director didn't go Peter who.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, at least he didn't do that. Thank God.
And I don't blame you for not having faith in the film, Mike.
Yeah.
Because you look at that first trailer and they're all full of jokes. It's like, no, this isn't Transformers. And saying that it's, you know, the origin of the meeting between Optimus and Megatron, again, as I've said many times before, even right now during this live stream, War Dawn, Season 2 of Generation 1. That's the meeting between Megatron and who was then Orion Pax. And of course, the article finishes out by saying Transformers 1 is the untold origin story of Optimus Prime and Megatron, better known as sworn enemies, but once were friends, bonded like brothers, who changed the fate of Cybertron forever. In the first ever fully CG animated Transformers movie, Transformers 1, a star-studded voice cast including Chris Hemsworth, Brian Tyree Henry, Scarlett Johansson, Keegan-Michael Key, Steve Buscemi, and Lawrence Fishburne, and John Hamm.
Yeah, it's a great cast.
That is a damn good cast. Jeez.
It's a dang good cast, but that doesn't mean always a good movie.
And Colin Jost can't even get a voiceover role due to his wife. That poor man.
No.
Scarlett Johansson's husband is one of the guys who does the weekly update on Saturday Night Live.
I know he's popped up recently.
You know, that's all I'm saying. It's like, God, man, that guy can't get no cred from his wife. just being Mr. Johansson is enough, I think. That cast is amazing.
And I agree with you, Mike. Nobody could ever match Peter Cullen. He is in a league of his own, especially when he's doing his Optimus Prime voice. Yes, for our generation, we think of Frank Welker as Megatron and Peter Cullen as Optimus Prime. For another generation, they think of Gary Chalk and David Kay. Gary Chalk was the voice of Optimus Primal. He later voiced Optimus Prime in the Transformers Armada trilogy, and David Kay was Megatron in Beast Wars and later voiced Megatron in the Transformers Armada trilogy, but he was also the first Transformers actor who had played Megatron to actually play Optimus Prime, and he ended up doing that in Transformers Animated.
So I see something a little that well, I got something to show you. I got something here.
And from this trailer, I do remember seeing a fist bump and rewinding it and going, did I just see a fist bump? There's nothing wrong with that image.
What the?
Well, Cliff Jumper's not actually giving the finger.
No. He's giving two fingers.
Yeah. He's doubling down.
You are number one.
Twice over.
Where's Optimus's arm?
Just blown off.
I agree.
Why is that dude always losing an arm?
Because he's a Skywalker.
No, he's being the hero.
Contract.
He's being the hero that he is.
They'll just have to fix him up later. It's okay, Padawan.
I can do this with one arm tied behind my back.
Yep. That's
They'll
our
fix him up
Optimus.
later.
Bring it on.
I lost an arm. It's fine. They'll fix me up.
It's a flesh wound. It's only a flesh
That's
wound.
right, man. It's just a flesh wound.
See,
Come on.
The one thing I do have to disagree slightly with with Chris Hemsworth is I don't view him as a god. I view him as like the ultimate hero. Because he has, like, right here, he lost an arm. He died.
He's willing to sacrifice himself. Then they'll find a way to bring him back. They have to. If they don't, all these kids will be crying again. We can't have that.
He's willing to make the ultimate sacrifice to help the Autobot cause, protect his fellow Autobots.
Exactly. Yeah.
And we all know those old school semis never die. They keep rolling.
Yep.
They just roll.
Especially those flat fronts, I tell you. And that's the thing. If he was a god, people would not have necessarily identified, because that goes to a different tier. But a great mighty warrior, you can identify with, even though it's not one of those, hey, that represents me. No, but you understand the struggles. Again, it's the hero's journey. It's, going out there and fighting for what's right. And the ultimate paragon of good amongst all the Autobots, not saying that the other ones aren't as passionate, but when you rally around a leader, it's the paragon.
I have always loved this aspect of Optimus. It happened several times over our watching experiences where he's like, you have to do it. Kill me. Do it now. I will sacrifice myself. And they're like, Optimus, dude, you don't got to do that. He's like, no, do it now. And they're like, we got it, man. Relax. We figured it out.
We got the safety cap off the top of the pills. We're fine. We're fine. We don't need you to sacrifice anything now.
But very like you say, he's kind of that paragon. He doesn't want to be a messiah or anything like that. He doesn't want to be that, I can't think of the word when you die and become bigger, the idea, I forget what that's called. But that's not what he's interested in. He's
not interested in being a martyr.
He takes on the martyr. That's the word. He takes on the leadership role because he knows he can. He doesn't want to give it away, but he will give it away to someone he thinks is more honorable in his view. And that's kind of what we look. That's the Maximus Aurelius. That's that aspect we want to relate to. Yes, he's just like everybody else, and he can be great, but he doesn't try to.
See, Optimus is the kind of character that will tell his troops to evacuate the area, even though the Decepticons are still attacking, and he will stay behind and battle the Decepticons to give the Autobots enough time to clear the area.
It's more than the captain's got to go down with his ship. They're like, Optimus, you can't stay here. He's like, oh, I'm gonna fight him till I can't. I won't just go down.
Right, and that's that hero, that ultimate hero, the lead from the front type of hero, a hero that is willing to take sacrifices, which
he
is
Optimus.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Which is kind of that ultimate hero that we all like seeing. We want to see noble heroes, and he was that. Back to you, Cash.
Yeah, right. He's a true hero, and like he doesn't look at even humans as inferior. He understands that they're important too, and they must be protected. Like I said, Optimus Prime is what you would call the ultimate hero.
Freedom is the right of all sentient beings.
Mm-hmm. And the one thing, like you were saying about him being respectful of humans, he realizes that he's an alien on this world. This is not his world.
Exactly.
He's not a citizen here.
No.
He's just visiting for, like 6 million years, but still, he's visiting, and he's going to protect this people's planet that he is given the ability to be a guest on.
Exactly.
And we need more of that. No,
and even
respecting.
You even see in the humans, even in Generation 1, that they're willing to fight, even though they're fighting against these aliens who are way more powerful than they could ever imagine, but they're still willing to fight. I love that.
That was always that
and
Spike character.
real quick.
No, go ahead.
I have an answer for Mike here. The reason why you're not seeing everybody in the chat that you're in is because we're streaming on Barrett's channel, Cash's channel, and my channel. I'll go ahead and put the link to their channels in the StreamYard. This way, if you want to go over to their channels and watch, you can. Or if you want to subscribe, you can. And so
I thumbed everybody. I thumbed you all. You might not have felt it, but I did.
I did feel it. I was wondering what you felt. It's like, it's a little early for my prostate exam. Oh, boy.
Okay, so here's
are you using the whole fist there, Doc?
All right, so here's Cash's link.
Cash man. Da 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 cash man.
Yeah, let me get there.
And the whole thing is like, it's crazy because we need more ultimate heroes. We need more badasses like Optimus Prime. We just do in stories. It'd be great. I love ultimate heroes, man. They just care about that they will sacrifice for the greater good, and they mean it. It's not some bullshit.
Well, we've come to the point of in society and in entertainment the deconstruction of
exactly
of heroes. Heroes really aren't heroes. They've taken the torch of Alan Moore and gone bonkers, even though that there aren't anything called heroes. But no, there are heroes, especially when you're dealing with someone who is thrown into an event that, well, maybe they're not trained for or don't know, they're forced into because of something like that. And they're doing what they're doing for the good. I mean, then they become a hero. Off of that. And how many times have we had those stories where someone comes from nothing? Nothing.
Exactly.
Right?
That's
it
they
wasn't
have
even
to
their goal.
learn. And even the ultimate hero, like, once again, it's just like we talk about over and over again. You've got to build these characters. How do they become this hero? How do they become this villain? How do they become this? So, like, it's just so frustrating. When you see it, it's like, you guys could do so much better.
Yeah.
But you don't want to.
You have to put in those modern remedies. It just is.
Well, if you just go by the G1 cartoon, 4 seasons that aired here in the States, not counting the animes that actually aired after G1 went off the air here. You see that Orion Pax is just a dock worker in War Dawn. And he sees Megatron because it's Megatron, Shockwave, and Soundwave that Dion, and Ariel see. And they're fascinated by them because they're flying robots. Oh, those are one of those new flying robots.
They fly now?
and they want to get to know them. So Megatron comes to the dock because he's looking for a place to take energy. But he says, I'm looking for a place to store my wares. He deceives Orion Pax. And then when Orion Pax realizes it, he goes to stop him, and what does Megatron do? He shoots him.
Yep. Exactly.
Slimy so-and-so.
Then he rises up like the Phoenix.
Yeah, that's exactly what Orion Pax does.
Yeah.
Because the aerial bots, they take him and they say, we got to find someone to repair him. And they come across a Yon Alpha Trion, and he says, if that Yon robot needs repairs, you need to take him somewhere else. And the aerial bots convince Alpha Trion to rebuild Orion Pax entirely into Optimus Prime. And even in that episode, Orion Pack says, maybe if I use your schematics, referring to the now Optimus Prime, he can rebuild Ariel 2 into Elita 1.
Mm-hmm. No, a long time since I've seen that. I need to
I know.
watch that episode. I mean, I remember that bits and pieces of that episode, but I've been watching the Transformers, so I need to get back to that. To be surprised.
Well, yeah. And you know what? I know I've already done the ad for the stream in September. I have asked Mike to be a part of it. And I've actually been rewatching the Japanese series that came out after G1 ended here in the States.
Dubbed or subtitled? No, I'm kidding.
They're all subtitled. They're all subtitled.
I'm kidding because
come on, Padawannabe.
No, I know that.
Padawannabe.
You know, but I'm saying is that, and now I'm curious, was something that old?
Now, I do have to say, because I know Comic Relief Crusader knows about it. I know Pop Culture Mechanic probably knows about it too. There is a poorly dubbed version of Transformers Headmasters where they do get some of the names wrong.
Oops.
Willie's called Billy. And
typo.
Just no, it's not a typo. It's just very bad dub.
They have to
I'll
make
show
it
to you guys
just
after the
different
stream.
enough.
Yeah.
We're not doing Transformers. I don't know what you're talking about.
Now, those actually were sold this bad dub, but there have been fans that actually went in and redubbed it and gave them the right names. But right now, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the latest trailer release for Transformers 1. No, I will have to pause it, unfortunately, and even then, I'll probably still get a copyright claim on it. And
dang them!
Oh wow! Those bastards.
So here we go, folks.
For thousands of years.
Ooh, Desert Eagle.
Before we were enemies.
One shall stand, one shall fall.
And
what do you think of the animation?
I like it.
It looks good. It looks good here. I'll be honest.
I was confused by that. I thought they were supposed to look different when they were back on Cybertron. I mean, they do look a little different, but Optimus still looks so much like he seems like he's still the flat truck.
It looks like they took a lot of inspiration from G1 just by looking at designs for Optimus and Megatron here.
I like that. I thought that was cool.
That's not really a good shot. I'll try to pause it. But see here how he looks more like Optimus from G1 and
we were like brothers. You ready? Always ready. Let's punch in.
This part.
Now, to be fair, the design they're using here was actually used in the comics. It was also used in those cassette stories that they used to sell, the read-along books, where you would have the narrator. This look right here, this is how Megatron looked. He did have the gray dome.
He was gray even back then. Wow.
And I see that now. It's not the semi-truck he'll change into. It's just a similar blocking in the front and stuff like that. So that's I can see that.
Which was what it looked like in the first episodes of when they're doing their fight on Cybertron. They're basically a shape.
What did you say?
It's not like he can transform.
Hey, Darkwing. My finger can transform. Guess which one?
Oh,
he makes that noise
every
with his
time I
mouth.
hear that, I'm just like, dude, really?
And that's why I can understand, because I felt the same way when I saw that, Mike. It's like, really?
Did he
But-
just say that again every time?
Well, I mean, think about it though. He's still younger, brasher.
Yeah.
I guess, but he says my
mature.
finger can transform. Come on, Baron. Would you have really written that dialogue if you were working?
They would
on
have different insults on
Transformers?
Cybertron.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I guess.
I mean, I wouldn't have. No, I would not have.
Exactly.
I mean, but I can see a young Optimus doing that, being young and brash, or some sort of obnoxious.
Sure, I could see him, but yeah, a better line. Come on.
Yeah, give us a your mom joke. Come on.
No. Oh no.
Saw your mom sucking tailpipe around the corner last night. Oh.
And what Comic Relief Crusader is referring to here is the first thing that was advertised for Transformers. And yes, I will be talking about this again on the September 18th stream for the 40-year anniversary of Transformers. But the first thing you got an advertisement for was the comic books.
Mm-hmm. I really regret not getting those back in the day.
They'll be.
I wish I still had the ones that I had.
They'll probably be on sale again, Baron, but they'll be digital. I know you want the physical, but the digital
they probably have
bad.
Probably
I'll if it's on sale again, I'll let you know, man. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
I think Humble Bundle has that stuff. They did a while back, so yeah, a whole bunch of comics. Yeah.
Allow me. I appreciate you having my back, no matter what.
So yeah, again, you could tell it's one of those stories: best friends who become enemies.
What is that?
Sending location coordinates. We're under attack!
Starscream.
The best ever.
Yep. P-38.
It's an SOS message from the surface.
Fantastic.
It's time to show them we are more than meets the eye.
Of course, throwing in the tagline.
Had to say it. Yeah.
Oh my god.
You got it. But you know what? At least it was hot. It was apt, though. It was apt.
Right. Right.
A cave with teeth. Nothing scary about that. Holy Primus. I
see strength in you. Take the
Lawrence Fishburne voicing Alpha Trion. Because even there, you could see that they're using a little bit of the original G1 design for Alpha Trion.
and access your full.
You could especially see it here. Granted, I still think the G1 version looks better.
So is he like an ancient transformer?
He thinks he's in the Matrix.
Power or something.
No, I'm kidding.
Well, I don't know the Cybertron story very well.
He's an Autobot elder. It's explained in season 3 of the cartoon that at one point the Matrix was passed to Orion, not Orion Pax, but Alpha Trion, who kept it hidden until the day that the aerial bots came with Orion Pax's body, and he was rebuilt into Optimus Prime, and that's how Optimus became the bearer of the Matrix of leadership. G1.
Oh, that's the very first one. I keep thinking there's the other new one that you're talking about.
No, you find out some of that information in season 3 in the 5 Faces of Darkness.
Okay, because I'll admit I did see this on television, so I probably didn't see it all or in the right order.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, they could be spotty.
I have to admit, that is something I need to pick up. That's always something I've wanted to have.
Keegan Michael Key as Bumblebee. I don't know how that's gonna work because I'm already finding Bumblebee annoying, and I don't find Keegan Michael Key.
No, he's done some good work. Yeah,
they're just he plays he can be the modern kid. He can integrate that lingo very easy and stuff like that, and he can riff off that, whether or not they're letting him riff and be funny, or are they like, no, do our jokes. You know, you put a comedian in a role. To me, it's like, well, let him be the comedian. he makes millions of dollars being funny. So I don't. That's what makes me wonder when they have a comedian, not a Kevin Hart, because he's much more yes man actor kind of to me, where you put like like how they did with the Lego movie when I always think it's Dax Shepard.
Which one are you thinking?
Batman?
You thinking Morgan Freeman who popped
Batman.
up, or Batman? You're talking
Batman.
about Will Arnett?
Yes, because he got to be a comedian. I can guarantee a lot of those jokes weren't wrote for him, So that's what I like, when they can let the comedian be their role, but hey, I can interject a little bit and help you out.
Well, like Robin Williams, who interjected a lot.
Yeah. But I mean, that's what they did back then. You don't hire Jim Carrey and go, okay, read our script word for word.
Yeah.
Well, think about Robin Williams recording Genie for Aladdin, and how many takes they couldn't use.
And could they have made a whole series off his outtakes? Probably.
Oh man, that guy. Well, he's just like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's like they had trouble keeping up because of all the great ad-libbing he was doing for the Genie.
And I could only imagine how many things slipped out. He's like, "Oh, we can't say that. Sorry."
Well, that's back when he was still doing the coke. So I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's funny. I saw since you brought up Robin Williams, I saw this little interview where he was, or not an interview, but he was on Sesame Street with Elmo, and they were doing the thing, and he says something. He's like, "Oops, can't say that." Elmo's like, "Robin Williams said a dirty word." Sorry. So now I know who this guy is.
Elmo likes his powder he gave me. It makes me feel really good.
Wow. Barrett's taking this to a dark place.
He is.
I don't like Elmo. Oh, well, shut up, Elmo.
And we're going to continue off the trailer. That's okay.
He can transform now.
How do we use these things?
Every time I hear that, I just cringe, Mike.
Yeah, I know. You think once they got their transformation cogs, it would unlock a few settings, and they go, "Oh, just go down to this setting, and I can transform."
Yep.
How you choose to use this power is up to you. We roll out.
Well, I mean, understanding that when they first get it, they still it's still that learning process. You don't want to have the hero instantaneously.
But here's the G1
the
fan in me. Here's the G1 fan in me.
Exactly.
In G1, they already have their transformation cogs.
Right, they already have that. Yeah.
Once they've developed the art of transforming, they already have them. Every Autobot after the first ones to receive their transformation cogs has a transformation cog, and in G1 they could be repaired. Now in other iterations you have to get a new replacement.
Right. Yeah, I'm just going off that hero story thing. So, you're fresh, but you're learning. You just gain the powers from. Now, when you talk about a god like power, it's Lawrence Fishburne here. I mean, he's bestowing them this greatness on them to do a mission. It's like Billy Batson in saying Shazam and becoming Captain Marvel. But even then, he had to still learn what it's like to be a hero and what powers do I have. Like the Greatest American Hero, where he lost his book.
Yep. And I agree with Mike, the humor.
Yeah.
You see, I will say one thing. When I heard that they were going to make Transformers 1, I was thinking they would take more of the live action CGI and make that into a full-length movie.
That would have been cool.
I think that would have been cool.
I agree.
Of course, you see Skywarp here. I see Thundercracker. You got Soundwave and Shockwave.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering if this completely red Seeker is supposed to be Thrust because it's not Starscream.
Does kind of look like a Halo Spartan transformer over there.
What?
Louder.
Transform and roll out.
See, when I heard that about I don't particularly like his transform and roll out if he's gonna say it louder. And yes, this is the Peter Cullen effect. I'm admitting it. Transform and roll out.
I want to help build a better world.
Go ahead, Cash.
No, they should have just paid you. Hey, you hear that guy? I heard that guy on YouTube. All right, get him. I give him money.
Like you said, we can be so much more.
And I'm guessing this is supposed to be a Quintesson. I'm guessing.
All I can say is poor bugger.
Maybe it's just me, but he's different.
Yeah, no, I picked up on that.
Megatron's fusion cannon.
Maybe it's just me, but he's different.
And look, he's already making Starscream his bitch.
I see that.
Oh, come on. Be nice to Starscream. Best ever.
Right now.
Agreed, Mike.
I picked up on that too.
Oh, wait a minute. Who's that Conehead behind Optimus?
Conehead?
Yeah. Conehead.
We're from France.
If it's Ramjet, it's not Dirge. Could be Ramjet. Gosh, I'm such a Transformers nerd.
You are,
they
but
wouldn't
it's
make
all
that
good.
Skyfire, would they?
No.
Okay.
Skyfire doesn't have a cone for a head.
Well, yeah, I didn't think, and he's much bigger, or Jetfire, or whatever that he was. I forget. But
In the cartoon, they called him Skyfire. In the comics, they called him Jetfire. The toy was called Jetfire. And
okay.
Yeah, it could be Thrust too. See, Mike and I are such Transformers nerds.
No comment.
You're Transformer enthusiasts.
It's like me. Yeah, there we go.
I picked up on that too. What happened to my best friend?
And there you see it. He is becoming Megatron,
Oh, no.
leader of all Decepticons.
It's gone full Sith.
I mean, he's even got the Decepticon insignia on him.
He's
It's
looking
not
for the
purple yet,
younglings.
but
Yeah, he's looking for the younglings right now.
Burn it down! All of it!
so this spider bot,
Mm-hmm.
is that going to be Arachnid, who was part of Transformers Prime?
Mm.
Or are they going to bring Black Arachnia into this? Don't know.
We have to stop him.
We could have built the future together.
But I don't think so.
Decepticons! Rise up! Incoming!
Come on! Awesome! That's what I'm talking about.
Now
Gosh, that's what I'm talking about.
Mm.
Yeah.
I can see that.
it's the time for us to stand up together as one.
I could hear a little bit of Cullen in there.
Mm-hmm.
I'll bring it back so y'all can.
Bumblebee will become the Wesley of Transformers.
Yeah, I was going to say that earlier, but I thought it was just too predictable.
Let's listen to it again.
Together as one.
Yeah.
Here, I'll bring it back a little more.
Now is the time for us to stand up together as one.
I could hear it a little bit.
I hear his deep Thor voice.
Well,
it is there, that thunder, the kind of undertone there.
Well, it's like that Autobots transform and roll out, and you're saying about how that wasn't like, Peter Cullen and all that. Well, that's probably the first time he said that. And it was on the fly, but as it goes along, it becomes more passionate as Optimus grows older. And he's still got that younger voice. And now he's growing more into that role of being Optimus now. So I can see where it wasn't that.
He's going on that hero's journey, is what he's going on.
Yeah, exactly. And now the voice is starting to change. It's like so far, going on that aspect, I'm finding this fascinating.
Yeah.
And going from being more childish and having those that silly humor to now it's time for me to be a leader, and it's time for us to get serious.
And I'm just wondering, inside his chest, is that his transformation cog? Is it his spark? Or at this point in the movie, does he have the matrix of leadership?
Yeah, I wonder, because maybe he got the matrix, and that's when he's starting to really change over.
Because he's gaining that wisdom that's held within the matrix from previous Autobot leaders.
Right. Because he still had that youthful voice when he did that. Autobots transform and roll out. It's still him being an impulsive, younger. Yeah. And it's like I can see it not being like the one we're used to, but this is the origin. But now it's just, if he does it again, now it should start sounding more like, I don't know, we haven't seen the movie yet, but I would hope that it'd be that more whoop to it, like we love.
Now here's my thinking. We haven't heard anything about it. Don't know if it's actually going to happen. This is just me speculating. This is just me asking a question, thinking aloud. Does Cullen have a cameo in the movie?
You know what? I certainly hope so. I hope that is one of the big secrets they're holding back on this. That when it gets to that end, boom, there he is.
That would be cool.
Yeah. And, by the way, when you go talking about your mama jokes, Cash, your mama's so big she could eat Unicron.
All right.
See, I can write them.
Yeah.
I mean, this is how I would do it if I wanted to throw in the voice cameo of Cullen. I would have it that after the events have gone down, then you catch up to present day, and it's Cullen doing the voice of Prime. Because he's telling younger Autobots about how he ascended to the leadership.
Yep. Almost a folklore. Almost
Ironhide's a possibility too.
There's
Look, that's Starscream and your Shockwave and Soundwave.
Enough.
And that's Steve Buscemi voicing Starscream.
Oh, interesting choice.
Not a bad choice. Yeah.
Gosh, raise your hand if Wave is in your name. There's a lot of waves.
Shut up, Bumblebee.
Oh man,
it's like Mike said. Bumblebee's gonna become the new Wesley, and all you got to do is take that clip of Picard saying, "Shut up, Wesley. Shut up, Bumblebee."
The problem is, I see with this movie is that while there could be some sweet action sequences, I think the humor could actually kill this film for older Transformer fans. Now, kids, they're not going to care about this humor because they've probably not watched Generation 1, and that's not their fault. They're kids.
Well, let's take it this way, though. What we're seeing here is just the trailer, which means they're probably just, it might not be this much of those jokes, but it's just
Baron.
Yeah,
the
I know.
keyword is might.
Yeah, well, but we all know that they always want to try to throw in the stuff that they think is going to be drawing people in, and if they think they can draw people in with the humor, they will do that, and that's what they'll focus on. When we have another, I don't know if there's going to be another one after this. You might see the more serious in it. So again, going off of trailers sometimes is hard. A trailer can make it look absolutely freaking great, and it's a crappy movie, or it goes the other way around. And was like, okay, not impressed, understandable. So that is the one thing I have to put out for the warning is don't be sucked in right away.
Right.
With this trailer, we obviously there's problems with it, understandably, from people's viewpoints, but we have yet to see. We've seen the action, which of course they want to bring people in, and they see the humor where they figure they're going to get more of that younger set coming in. But what is going to be the final product? And
exactly.
That's the curse or the blessing of a trailer.
It is.
Some people don't know how to make a trailer, and that's just all I can sit back and say is let's just hope this isn't only the good stuff. I mean,
I'm not trying to sound like an elitist on this, Baron, but the thing is, like, you and I and Mike, if we were working on either a fan project or we even got to work on something like this, they were like, hey, we're going to pay you guys. How many hours would we put into watching Generation 1 and doing research?
Well, not just Generation 1, reading the
and
comics,
Mike would have some
watching the other series.
I agree, yes.
You have just given Mike his ultimate dream job.
I know. That's right. Yeah.
I mean,
and I see our favorite downvoter has come by.
Very exciting.
It's Megatron.
I knew it.
Oh,
come on,
it's Leah Rose. Hi, Leah Rose. Yeah.
Hello,
Phil, was that you?
Leah, I want to make it clear. I wasn't calling you our favorite downvoter. I'll show everybody this. Every pop talk, it seems. Okay, maybe not everyone, but there are a few pop talks where we have someone that just likes to come by and downvote for whatever reason. They never say why. They never say anything in the chat, but they like to come by and downvote.
Yes.
But it helps our algorithm. Thank you. Thank you so very, very much.
And I would hope that the people who did work on this, including the voice actors, which it sounds like, that they did do a good deal of research on older Transformers stuff. Because, of course, the problem in Hollywood a lot nowadays, especially when they're doing adaptations of stuff, is they're like, oh, we don't care about the source material. It's like, you don't even care about some of it?
Well,
we know. I want to try to find a video I saw from Comic-Con where Michael Key started saying the Transformers theme, and he got to the part where he says more than meets the, and then he pauses and lets the audience say it, and the audience says "I." He says, "Yeah, everybody here's a Transformers fan over 40. You know the words." Let's see.
That's great.
I'm gonna try to find it real quick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, all I gotta say is, let's have some hope, but be cautiously optimistic.
Yeah,
cautiously.
I think that's fair.
And
I think just saying, yeah, just throwing stuff in the trash because no, this is going to be bad. We know because of what Hollywood is. Blah blah blah. Like I get all that, but you. Being
come
a
on,
bit
Cash.
optimistic about it is fine.
Come on, Cash. You're ready to do this.
Everything sucks. Yeah, that's what they say. Pop talks dishing out negativity every single day.
Yeah,
you want to go that way, and then you want to follow it up with your favorite topping.
You know what really grinds my gears?
Yes. No, I don't.
What? What did you say? No, you don't?
I call bullshit.
I don't.
I call bullshit.
But like you, Baron, I'm just worried that I want to believe that that's not going to be the only kind of humor in the movie, but we've been wrong before.
Yeah, no, yeah, and I'm admitting it. It. That's why I'm saying cautiously optimistic. Let's hope.
Yeah, I think that's
I mean, I'm not about to toss it aside.
Yeah, I mean, I always say, dude, I just say this whole doom and gloom thing doesn't help anything. So ever.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? It's
sunny
doom and
and bright. We've never been down before.
I'm still looking. It's just going through all the videos to find the exact moment when he does it.
That's his dedication, folks.
It is.
This is the sign of utter obsession, folks.
Yeah.
Just be glad you don't have it. Well, I can't say anything because I got my obsessions in my other area.
No, of course.
But we're not talking about that. We're
That's
not
right.
talking about that.
We're not talking about that right now.
This is this is Mike's. This is the year of Mike's happiness.
It is, man.
I've told you guys.
Yeah,
Transformers is the foundation of my fandom.
Of course,
I am.
Without it, I don't think I'd be the fan I am.
I mean, we've all been shaped by stuff that we've grown up with, from G.I. Joe to Transformers and so on and so forth. Certain movies, of course. Yep.
I mean, I never said anything wrong about it. There's something wrong. I mean, but
I know you did. I know you did. I'm just letting anyone who hasn't heard me say it know why I'm so passionate about this franchise, because it's the foundation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. We all have the thing that got us involved, and that's wonderful. I mean, it should have been He-Man, but no, he went with Transformers.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Tila, man. Tila and the
He-Man's up
Sorceress.
there too,
Listen,
man.
I liked Masters of the Universe. I liked He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. I liked it for the sci-fi fantasy, but
yeah,
it was Transformers that just really,
of course,
reeled me into the sci-fi and fantasy. Imagine autonomous robotic organisms from a distant planet able to communicate. They're intelligent. And, you have the morals of Optimus Prime and the Autobots versus, the thinking of Megatron and the Decepticons. One wants peace and freedom. The other wants peace through tyranny.
Mm-hmm.
Until all are one, and hopefully the Autobots.
Until all are one. And yes, I have been working on my impression of Optimus Prime since I first heard Peter Cullen as Optimus Prime.
Yeah, I was going to say since 1984. And nothing's wrong with that.
Imagine a young Pacific. I am Optimus Prime.
I'm Optimus Prime.
I am Optimus Prime, leader of the Autobots.
I hate this puberty trying to talk like Optimus Prime. I am Optimus. Autobots transform and roll out. Oh, come on. I hope this is over with.
No. It's more like this, Barry. Autobots transform and roll out.
Roll out.
Yeah. Well, at least it wasn't pull out. But okay,
the forces of the Decepticons.
I've been able to find a short where they captured the part where he had already been talking about it. I'll just go ahead and bring it up, but because at this point he had already started singing the theme song. So let me just present that on screen. And this is from Saga Today, the YouTube channel.
To destroy the evil forces of the Decepticons. Right?
You all really know this whole
They know it, right? Oh, that's good. Okay, so now we know who's over 40. Right.
But when he started seeing it, he started doing the Transformers more than meets the, and then he gave it to the audience, and then they said, yeah.
Of course, it's awesome.
I mean that's how important the theme song was. That's how important any theme song from a cartoon series or television series was.
Mm-hmm. That's why I thought it was a big mistake when they went away from those.
Yeah,
we got to spend more time on the show because we have so many commercials. So we'll just quit having theme songs now. But the thing is that's what set the tone for the show.
Yes.
Cheers. Can you imagine Cheers without that theme song?
I know. Without theme songs, it's like no. It won't have the same impact.
Gilligan's Island, of course, the Transformers,
He-Man,
He-Man,
G.I. Joe, Freakazoid. You can go down the list.
I mean, Cass, you bring up G.I. Joe.
Mm-hmm.
In the theme, it says G.I. Joe is a special mission force developed to battle against Cobra.
Right.
Who's an evil terrorist organization determined to rule the world.
Yes.
It tells you what these organizations are, what the good guys do, what the bad guys do.
I'd rather be Cobra. They had good health plan. They had pools and all that. They lived a good life. No, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding.
Even in the Transformers theme, Autobots wage their battle to destroy the evil forces of the Decepticons. So you're already being told the Autobots are the good guys, the Decepticons are the bad guys.
Yep.
Well, yeah. Or Scooby Doo, where are you? We got some work to do. No,
Jetsons, Flintstones. I mean, like it's just Mighty Mouse, Popeye. Yeah.
I'm
Popeye the Sailor Man.
Woody Woodpecker.
That's Woody Woodpecker.
Tiny Toons. I mean, like
we're tiny, we're toony, we're all a little loony, and in this cartoony.
Rescue Rangers, DuckTales, Tailspin. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, come on, man.
Just as I said, we were spoiled by all this crazy awesomeness, man.
Yeah. You pick up the albums, theme songs from television shows. Just like, that's how bad we were or good. I mean, I don't know what you want to say.
Yep, right.
How much we loved it,
Yeah.
So before we go on to the next story, why don't we just sing happy birthday to Peter Cullen, who turns 83 today?
You can do it. Yeah.
Do it.
We're all doing it.
Oh my gosh, it's a trap, Baron.
It's well, we're all going to be off cue because of streaming, but I'll give him my try.
Just hum it; it'll be fine. Yeah.
A one? Actually, no. Wait. Before we do it, what? I'm thinking about this on the fly.
All right.
You are. I noticed that. And Leia, you're right.
I'll look and see what she said here in a moment.
A healthy birthday, baby. Oh, no.
Happy birthday to all good girls and boys. Oh, sorry, that's Casey Jones. Roger, awesome.
Where's our Marilyn Monroe?
Happy birthday.
No,
that's disturbing.
Dang it, Padawan. Jeez,
only if Cash sings it that way.
No.
My gosh, that's
Padawan.
None of these karaoke ones are gonna work. So we're just gonna do it off the cuff.
Oh boy! All right.
1, 2,
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4.
A 1, a 2, a 3. Happy birthday to you.
Come on, Cash, join it.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Peter Cullen.
Optimus Prime.
Happy birthday to you.
And
Autobots, transform and roll out.
Blow out your candles.
I think I was actually harmonizing a bit with one of you guys out there. It's like, wow, the stream, the streaming was doing pretty good on that.
Yeah.
I think Cash was singing so high we couldn't hear him.
Yeah,
Cash is a Decepticon.
I am, man. Sometimes.
He's a
I
California.
I don't know what's worse, Decepticons or Decepticrats.
Ugh.
Come on, Cash, sing happy birthday. No. Come on. No, I don't do
I
happy.
did actually. I
birthday.
said some of it, yes. I also hummed it too. I even said the many more part, Padawan. Did you not hear it? Come on, man.
Many
I was singing, I couldn't hear.
Okay.
I don't hear myself in my headphones. So it makes it weird.
I hear everyone else, but I don't hear how I sound, so
yeah.
I probably drove a few people away. Oh my god, they're singing!
They did
Let's
it!
go, run!
What's going on, man?
They're singing,
Come on,
run!
man.
They didn't say
karaoke stream. Get me in there. It's karaoke stream. Let's get in there, man.
Come back.
No,
We stopped. Come back.
Oh man, I mean, we had a lot of fun with karaoke, but
Yeah, we
man,
did,
dude,
but
YouTube was
all
like,
those copyright claims.
That's right. It is. How dare you guys? It's like, come on, man. We just
How
want to
dare
have
you
fun.
see this song and have fun?
Yeah,
How
especially
dare
ones that
you
we
guys
have
have fun? I'm gonna downvote the stream because you guys are having fun. You're talking about Transformers. You're not talking about what I want you to talk about.
I want you to talk about this, man. Come on.
Well, yeah, I mean, especially when they're the ones that have the songs in the first second place to do what? Karaoke. Come on.
That's right, man. Come on.
Yep.
You have this
Goobers.
on YouTube. What the heck?
Goobers.
What are we doing?
They keep on using that double-ended dildo. Come on.
Well, we got to remember, if the term white people cry is not in the song, they're not going to allow it.
Oh, wow. That came out of nowhere. Ooh.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
Hey,
wow.
That song got all over. I still haven't watched that song. I'm kind of happy. I didn't even know it was like a real video for a while. I was like, this is some picture.
Yeah, I mean, all I got to say is...
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
You can
My
say
job
that
here
again.
is done.
It jumped a notch. It did, didn't it? Yeah.
All right, so
Gina.
Disney and Gina Carano, their court battle. We have this article from Spencer Bacoli of Bound in the Comics fame. It says Judge rejects Disney's motion to dismiss Gina Carano's wrongful termination lawsuit. Says House of Mouse failed to set forth an impenetrable defense under the First Amendment. Ooh. Oh, sad Mickey. Oh. Not so sad.
I would rule. We tried to get Gina, but we didn't do it.
And a major win for former Star Wars actors' legal action against the House of Mouse, the judge overseeing the case has fully denied Disney's previous motion to dismiss the wrongful termination lawsuit filed against them by Gina Carano.
Yay!
As previously reported in February, Carano, with financial assistance from Tesla CEO Elon Musk, filed suit against Disney, accusing them of not only unlawfully terminating her from her role as Cara Dune in The Mandalorian due to nothing more than the company's overall disagreement with her personal political opinions, but also treating her male co-workers, namely Pedro Pascal, less harshly in regards to their political speech and defaming her in the eyes of the public.
Yeah, and which
Disney,
Pedro, of course, Pedro was a hell of a lot worse.
oh yeah,
Was what
oh
you're
yeah.
saying out there. So it's like, oh, okay, it's protected speech for what you want.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
rules for me, not for thee.
Mm-hmm.
Sound familiar enough?
Oh, I think it's like 2 legs bad, 4 legs good. But we're going to try to walk on our 2 legs. Oink,
right.
oink.
And if the judge felt like this lawsuit was ridiculous, he would have thrown it out. So it's obviously it wasn't. Mm-hmm.
In California, nonetheless. Oh, is it too? Is it? You know what? I'm late on this. I usually start out with one name, but I'll reserve it for number 2 because first I want to say fuck you, Iger, and fuck you, Mark Hamill. Okay.
Disney's harassment, retaliation, and termination of plaintiff and refusal to hire her for other promised roles were intended to cause injury to Carano, amounted to despicable conduct undertaken with a willful and conscious disregard of the plaintiff's rights under California law. Well, Disney doesn't care, obviously.
No.
And amounted to despicable conduct that subjected Carano to cruel and unjust hardship in conscious disregard of her rights, thus supporting punitive damages due to nothing more than the company's overall disagreement with her personal political opinions. But in doing so, also defaming her in the eyes of the public, argued the actress' legal team.
Well, yeah, it's called slander.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is.
She was being slandered. Not only that, I think there might have been a little breach of contract because you had promissory and you didn't have a good reason for it. And the fact, I didn't like that. Where
I don't like what she said.
Wrong. Yeah, nothing she said was wrong. It was the freaking truth. And ironically, Bob Iger and the boys and girls basically proved her point.
Yeah, they did. And people who say, and I understand this point, I guess, but they're like, oh, she didn't stop, but Pedro Pascal did. And I'm like, uh-huh. Yep.
No. It don't work that way. And Pedro still spews bullshit and vile. We're talking about, let's bring America together, right? Well, him calling all these people National Socialists out there. And we're talking about, Pedro, a lot of these people are your friends. Or not friends, but are people that are your fans. How, of course, you're going to keep on having the sycophant women that go, over you. But you basically start alienating a lot of people, including some of the women that were going, over you.
Well, we got Han Solo'd. Like Gina got fired and she really enjoyed being part of it and being who she was and the character and being part of Star Wars and all that. And Pedro Pascal's the star and he's like, I don't know if I want to do this show anymore.
Yeah.
Well, that's what who they were backing there for a while. They were making very bad decisions.
You don't even have to like Gina Carano or to understand that this was wrong, and the way that they went about this too. And it started on social media just to treat her like crap. It didn't need to go that way. Like, are you going to show respect when you fire somebody, or are you just going to?
Yeah. Well, and let's not forget the son of a bitch who started this on the social media. Fuck you, Pablo Hidalgo. Or I was like to say Pablum Hidalgo. Fuck you. May you get sand fleas up your anus, along with a case of hemorrhoids and maybe a couple anal warts. Like I said, that's the worst I want to wish on somebody. They're still alive, but you're going to have that discomfort for the rest of your life to remind you of the shit you done.
Worst man ever.
Well, I'm not going to say that. But
you didn't. The other guy did. Well,
yeah.
Not
Capital Hot
very
Dog was just a useful.
self-conscious. Not very self-conscious.
Nope.
Mm-mm. Well, and you know what? And if it was reversed, right? They went after Pedro Pascal for this, and treated Gina lightly. I'd be on his side, going, "Hey, wait a moment. You know, as much as I think is the dumbest statement I ever heard, don't do this to him." It's like it's
right
in his private. No, this is well, it's public, but his own personal tweet. It does not reflect you; it reflects him. Let the people decide if they want him or not anymore. But you know, you got a contract. If he does, if he does drive away and the show goes into the tank, well, then you can cancel it.
Right.
But you already had a program all set up. You ruined plans for and derailed an entire series because your pettiness.
Seems very
It was
much
set
kind
and
of
ready to go.
what happened with the Yellowstone thing. Or was that the show? Kevin Costner.
I don't.
Talking about
Yeah,
Costner.
Costner.
Yeah, things got
because he more wanted to do a movie than be on the series, which is sad because it seemed like the series was a hit.
It was.
That's weird.
And the movie, what Horizons? What's the name?
Yeah,
is
Horizons
becoming
American Saga Chapter 1, and the second chapter comes out next month.
Yeah,
but it's getting a following because of streaming now.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay.
Again, it's doing the old days. It's doing the old days where you see it on cable. You know?
Right.
Well, I even told you and Cash I watched it and I liked it.
Yeah, I know you did. That's why I wanted to bring that up. Is hey, other people are now discovering it and liking it.
What, the Yellowstone shows?
No, the Horizon.
No, Horizon.
Horizon.
An
Yeah,
American
yeah,
Saga
yeah.
Chapter 1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wanted to tell my wife about that. She likes those old. She likes all those old Western type shows.
So, in this article, it continues by saying, in response, Disney sought to have the case dismissed on the grounds that, in their opinion, the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution provides them the right to dissociate its own artistic message from Carano's outspoken political beliefs. Disney has a constitutional right not to associate its artistic expression with Carano's speech, such that the First Amendment provides a complete defense to Carano's claims, said the House of Mouse. Carano's claims are all barred by the First Amendment, as the Supreme Court held in Hurley versus Irish American Gay, Lesbian, and Bisexual Group of Boston. First Amendment embodies a core principle of speakers' autonomy, and that bans the state from dictating to expressive enterprises what to say, how to say it, and whom to say it.
That's a lot of word salad for sitting back saying we're a bunch of stuck-up pricks.
Mm-hmm. As the court further held in Boy Scouts of America versus Dale, the principle means that the state cannot force an employer engaged in speech to speak through an employee whose own views or public profile could compromise the employer's own message, even if the employee does not express her views on the job. To this end, Disney then affirmed state law can protect employee political activity without violating the employee's free speech rights. This quotation being cited from a 2012 paper by UCLA law professor and constitutional attorney Eugene Volkov.
Okay, Mike, forgive me. I am going to use a certain word on this that we, but I'm going to say it. And they kicked her out for basically saying a warning message, which Disney had proved her point. Correct?
Correct.
But yet they embrace a man who's calling people Nazis.
Yeah.
They're embracing this guy while going after a woman who did nothing of the kind. Nowhere's near.
Yeah.
And I had to say that word because it hits that impact. No, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Disney is a bunch of twat waffle morons.
Yes.
They
You heard it live.
They deserve to go down.
Down, down, down.
All right.
I just like hearing twat waffle.
So it then goes on to say, what state law cannot do, however, is force entities that do create speech products to speak through writers or singers or actors whose own speech and public profile could, in the employer's view, compromise the employer's ability to express itself in its own chosen manner. They declared Carano's suit contravenes that rule. It is an impressionable effort to invoke state power to override a private entity's decision about what to say in its own art and how to say it. The complaint should be dismissed.
That is
However,
the weakest bunch of word salad I fucking heard from them.
Yeah. However, it turns out Disney's argument ultimately fell flat as the petition to dismiss has now been fully denied. As ruled by a Los Angeles District Judge Sherilyn Peace Garnett on July 24th, when an organization claims protection under the First Amendment expressive associational right, a court must determine whether the group engages in expressive association. Here, although Disney has indisputably engaged in expressive activity, including, but certainly not limited to producing and disseminating The Mandalorian, they have failed to establish that they engage in expressive association. Furthermore, at this stage in the litigation, the court cannot conclude, as defendants urge it to, that Carano's continued employment by defendants would inhibit or intrude upon defendants' rights to expressive association. The defendants are not members, only nonprofit organizations, she continued. Instead, defendants are for-profit corporations who, as relevant to this lawsuit, employ actors such as plaintiff, as well as administrative staff to create television series and film. Defendants have not identified any evidence in the complaint or otherwise to substantiate a claim that they employ public-facing actors for the purpose of promoting the values of respect, decency, integrity, or inclusion, said the Honorable Judge Garrett. Accordingly, defendants' invocation of the supposedly detrimental effects of plaintiff's mere presence as one of the defendant's employees lacks constitutional import. As an initial matter, defendants' argument focuses narrowly on their termination of plaintiff without addressing her allegations concerning defendant's pre- or post-termination conduct, much of which lacks any obvious expressions or artistic import. Defendant's affirmation defense is, for this reason alone, far from impenetrable. Following a lengthy deep dive into the specific case laws which factored into her decision, the Honorable Judge Garrett ultimately declared the court thus denies defendants' motion insofar as it argues that their right to control their speech bars plaintiffs' claims. In sum, defendants have failed to set forth an impenetrable defense under the First Amendment, she concluded. Accordingly, for the foregoing reasons, the court denies defendants' motion.
Boy, Spencer wrote this, right? Boy, is he really kissing her butt, the judge's butt. The honorable, when normally it's just judge. He's happy. He's happy. I mean, woo!
With this ruling, it appears that barring settlement between Disney and Carano, the latter's lawsuit is now on path to a full-on court trial. Notably, not only does this spell trouble for Disney on a legal and reputational level, but it also opens them up to the process of discovery. In other words, skeletons in Mickey's closet could soon be seeing their first glimpse of sunlight in a very long time. As of writing, Carano has yet to publicly address her latest legal victory. Well, good. Let's see this case go forward. Let's see what evidence Disney tries to present that goes against Gina Carano, and let's also see what Gina Carano's legal team is able to dig up on Disney and present to the court in the same.
It's going to be easier. It's going to be so easy to go out there and get the dirt on Disney because they're so arrogant that they're transparent, absolutely transparent. And you just have to just go off of how they treated, just a different way they treated other people and her. And they can tell that this is being, she's being attacked for political reason. Excuse me, that is protected speech. You can't punish her for that. Now, they would have a leg to stand on if she was out there defaming the company. Right? We've seen people get fired. And that is 100% acceptable there. Because you never do that for your company. Right? Or something specifically written in the contract. Like Michael Doran had specifically put in his contract that he can't fly while being on Next Generation, fly his jets and other planes because they did not want to have him risking injured or killed.
When you're under contract to a company and you're working for a company, you don't want to go on social media, which some people have done probably more than some people, and start attacking the company and saying they're trash. They're this. Is like, and then if your boss finds out about it, you deserve to be fired. What are you doing?
Yeah. And she never said any of that until after they were so disgusting in their way of getting rid of her. I know. Let's send that little troll Pablo Hidalgo out there and say something. Oh yeah, you're our sacrificial lamb there, Pedro. But he's so stupid he doesn't figure that out. He's just, I can't wait. Oh yeah, my fingers are going like mad now on the tweets. I mock people. I mock people that like Star Wars. So yeah.
Well,
it's
just
ridiculous.
like other cases we've kept track of, Jonathan Majors, Alec Baldwin. I've still been keeping track of this, but I'm only talking about this when I see information that's relevant, like this particular information of Disney being denied their motion to dismiss the case.
Yeah, because I think even they realize with the state of the company and the viewpoint of people that they really don't have as many friends. Yeah, you got the Disney simps and shills and the sycophants out there and Disney Uberalis. But there's a lot of people who have really gotten a bad taste from Disney.
Well, look at their stock value right now. It's plummeting.
Right. And there's a reason why. And this does not help them. And understandable. Of course they want to have this. It's another black eye on them. What are they going to have to follow through with? And if they do have to follow through with something, they got to play nice. They got to play the Hoyle because all it takes is one phone call again, and boom, we're going to have a little,
And it's also telling when you see Disney vloggers, and even they're saying, the parks aren't in good shape right now, and the new Tiana's Bayou Adventure, formerly known as Splash Mountain.
Yeah.
It keeps breaking down and
still.
Oh, I know. We're having
even
issues.
worse, probably.
So we're having problems. So what we're going to do is we're going to change the name of a bear because it might be offensive.
Oh yes, I heard about that too. Is that the one that started smoking recently with the tambourine?
Yeah, I can't remember something
Yes,
gums
yes,
or something like that.
I
And
read
it's like,
something about
yeah,
that recently.
and I've heard that's an effect that's supposed to be used in the show, but the effect wasn't working properly. Well, obviously it wasn't.
Yeah,
It put people in the panic thinking that animatronic was on fire.
Right. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but no, they changed the name of the one because they felt the name was demeaning or something like that. It's like, oh,
what, Big Al?
No, it's like something gums.
Let's
see if I can find that.
I mean, when you listen to Disney vloggers, which I have, and even they're saying the park's not in good shape. There are things falling apart, things that are being ignored.
Of course.
Well, okay. Which one do I want to go that has the most cringy name here? I don't think I want to go with this one. It's like, okay, while I'm at it, let's bring it over. I'm going to bring it up here. What the hell?
Okay,
because
let me
this
go
is
ahead and take away the Gina story since we're done.
Okay, sure. Well, I love you, Gina, by the way. Please be the next Mrs. Anderson. Yeah, I'm simping for her. I admit it. Unlike Jace, who doesn't admit his simping.
What, for
Jenna Ortega?
Jenna Ortega? You kidding? He does simp for her.
Okay, so this is from InsideTheMagic.com. It's written by Alyssa Dunn, and maybe that's her career is done. I don't know. I don't know. I should be cruel. I don't know anything about them or the writing, but Disney takes action. Offensive and derogatory character abolished after 50 years. Replacement debuts. So I don't want that. So with the new Country Bear Music Jamboree opening up tomorrow, this was 2 weeks ago, at Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom, will also mean saying goodbye to one character who has been with Disney's guests for over 5 decades. Oh, you mean to tell me after 50 freaking years, over 50 freaking years, now it's like, oh, we got to do something to change our image. I know, let's change a bear. The Country Bear Jamboree, a beloved institution at Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom since 1971, underwent a significant transformation in January 2024. The closure and subsequent refurbishment of the attraction marked a pivotal moment in its history, leading up to the removal of several elements, most notably the character Liver Lips McGrowl. I'm not kidding, folks. Prior to the refurbishment, the Country Bear Jamboree showcased a cast of iconic characters, including Big Al, Henry, Trixie, Wendell, Teddy Barra, Ernest, and, of course, Liver Lips McGrowl. These characters, through their magical performances and humorous antics, created a unique and nostalgic atmosphere that resonated with guests of all ages. However, the decision to remove Liver Lips McGrowl was driven by concerns over the character's name. The term Liver Lips is considered derogatory and offensive as it is associated with excessive alcohol consumption and the resulting liver damage. The phrase is deemed to be insensitive and outdated, prompting Disney's decision to modify the character. Okay.
You want to know something? If anyone's ever been to the Country Bear Jamboree, there's a song that's called Blood on My Saddle.
Mm-hmm.
By today's standards, they would think that's offensive. Oh my God, what did you do? Oh my God, I can't handle this.
But the big thing is, if it's outdated, right, then no one would know it's offensive. You have just brought it forward and brought it to the new generation. This is offensive. when
I'm
no one even
offended. You're
thinks that.
offended. She's offended. He's offended.
Well, I looked through some books in Wikipedia, and I found this out because I was trying to find what I could do to destroy this park even more and Disney's reputation. And I came up with this, and we just gotta get rid of it because all the drunks out there will be offended by this. As they're chugging down their vodka, watching this, which they really can't have in the park anyway. But we're inclusive.
You kidding? They do allow people to drink in the parks now.
Yeah, now, but at one time it wasn't. It was.
I know, and they should have kept it that way.
Oh, hell yeah! The revamped Country Bear Jamboree Liver Lips McGrowl has been replaced by a new character named Romeo McGrowl. Yeah. While the character's appearance remains largely unchanged, the name relatively unchanged. The name alteration affects Disney's commitment to creating more inclusive and respectful environments.
You kidding? The character hasn't been changed. You know what people are still going to call him? Liver Lips.
Right. Liver Lips. You got it. The removal of Liver Lips McGraw is part of a broader trend within Disney parks to address and rectifying outdated or offensive elements within its attractions. In other words, you're guaranteeing that you're fucking it all up and you're going to go into bankruptcy.
It just continues to show that everything that's woke turns to shit.
Mm-hmm. The removal of Liver Lips.
You take a good product and then a wokester comes by, the woke mob comes by. What do? They turn it to shit. Look at the trailer for Section 31 that came out during San Diego Comic-Con yesterday. That looks like shit. That looks nothing like Star Trek. That isn't Star Trek.
I don't.
It's anything but Star Trek.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. It's like the removal of Liver Lips McGarrel from the Country Boy Jamboree is emblematic of a broader trend within Disney parks. A commitment to addressing and rectifying outdated or culturally insensitive elements within its attractions. This evolution is driven by a desire to create a more inclusive and welcoming environment for all guests. Come on, drunks, let's go in there. You won't be offended no more. In fact, we embrace your alcoholism. Go ahead, piss out your liver, shit out your liver. We don't care. Just keep drinking. We took care of it so you feel better now about your drunkenness.
Your feelings aren't hurt. Your feelings aren't hurt. It's all about my feelings.
Yeah, feelings. Nothing more than feelings. My butt's so hurt from feelings. Now, don't you know? Okay. Disney has undertaken similar initiatives in recent years. Most notable. That's what I get.
Sounded like me there.
I know, with notable examples including the reimaginating of Splash Mountain, also known as Shit Mountain, and the Jungle Cruise. These attractions underwent significant modifications to remove stereotypical and offensive portrayals of indigenous peoples and animals. Oh my God, the animals are all fucking offended. I suppose that hippo that they take a shot at. Oh my God, the hippos were just were all there. I mean,
angry.
What about the elephants, man?
Yeah, I mean the hippos were so pissed. I mean, having Lizzo out there and Whoopi Goldberg and Rosie O'Donnell, all that out there protesting. Be kind to hippos. We hippos have feelings too. The change reflects Disney's growing awareness of the need to adapt its offering to align with contemporary values and expectations. And failing. Beyond sense of attraction, Disney has implemented broader changes to enhance the inclusivity and diversity within its parks. DEI. These efforts include the introduction of gender-neutral restrooms, the expansion of costume options for cast members, and the promotion of diversity and inclusive training for employees. Remember, if she's got an apple, she's got a banana.
Excuse me, Crit. I'm not a boy. I'm a man. Baron is not a boy. He's a man.
Cash, however, is a chin.
Yeah, well, they're talking about the South
ever.
because everybody's a boy down there. It's John Boy and all that. We talking about the South there, so you address each other that way. It's Mike Boy, it's Baron Boy, it's Boy.
It's specific Bob Mike. It's Baron Bob Tag. And
well, we can't just
and Opie Chin Cash.
That's the greatest chin ever. Mm-hmm.
While the processing of addressing cultural sensitivities is ongoing and complex, because you have to find more words to make up, Disney's effort to evolve with the times are commendable. Okay, you are done. It's not commendable. The company's willingness to adapt its attraction and storytelling reflect changing societal values, demonstrate a commitment to creating a welcome and inclusive environment to all guests. Okay, I'm stopping right there.
Please.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you,
because now we're getting into word salad. I just wanted to end it with that to kind of show that even this dingbat, who is probably one of the hippos that got offended by the hippo being shot at,
I mean,
it's like,
yep.
What the hell? You can't be praising this. It's destroying the park. Something's going to happen that we thought would never happen before. There's going to be big close signs in front of Epcot, in front of Disney World, in front of Disneyland. Sorry, we're closed.
Right.
Go to Universal.
And then
sorry, the park's closed. The mouse up front should have told you.
And then, adding to that, and of course, July 19th, the theater began to have smoke, and the animatronic figures started smoking, and then the show was immediately stopped, and guests were led out through the exit by cast members.
Well, you got Tiana's Bayou Adventure in Disney World.
Yep.
Some of the animatronics aren't working, and they've had to evacuate guests from the ride. And
Yep.
And their excuses. Well, we always had problems when it was Splash Mountain. Then you should address those problems.
Fix it.
Fix those problems
shit
before you decided to retheme the
That's
ride.
right. Mm-hmm.
And reopen it again.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, there are no mountains in Louisiana.
Down in the bayou.
Yeah,
address that.
Well, I mean, it's just like, it was like, oh, look, Pirates of the Caribbean, as they even point out in this other article, adding to what Baron was talking about. But with Pirates of the Caribbean being added to the Pirates ride, it was like, that was good. And then, like you guys talked about, then, Splash Mountain, which turned into the Bayou and whatever the hell you want to call it, it breaks down after a day. It's a comedy of errors.
Yeah, you know it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's not forget, they had to change the Pirates of the Caribbean because you had all those pirates chasing the winches. That's sexist.
That's when it all started, man. One group. That's when.
But they want to forget. They want to.
Of course.
They want to forget. They want to forget the fact that one of those women was chasing a pirate.
She was. That's true.
They're never going to point out those aspects.
No.
It's like with Trump. They always want to vilify him. They never want to show the moments where he's having a heart-to-heart with people he's meeting.
No.
Right. Or anything else. Or how they've been going after JD Vance and trying to push this thing about that Pete Buttigieg is a better person because of his service. While you had JD Vance fighting in Iraq.
Right.
It's like, what, you're gonna take that away? That's your piss poor. So I mean, yeah, it's a substitute. Whatever. I can't talk. I'm pissed.
It's a whole list of people, man. Right? It's a whole list. Tulsi Gabbard. You go down the list. Even other people in entertainment that how dare they speak out against their almighty whatever the hell it is, it's
the almighty NPC movement.
People like Chuck Dixon has been attacked, people like Mike Barron. I mean, you go down the list of all these people.
Right.
How dare you speak thing? There's been other YouTubers, even somebody who was in DC Comics or so on for 20 years. What he says usually is right about the industry. They're not, and other people are coming out too. I mean, the industry, Disney, other companies, like, how dare you speak against the almighty, these shows? Don't you understand? They're so great. Look at all the support. I'm looking for it. I don't see it though.
Well, I mean, again, it's the untalented jealous of the talented.
Yes. Right.
And all they can do is destroy, not create,
right.
or pervert, which is a form of destroying as well. All these other works. And by doing this, well, we got to change all this because they were so insensitive back then. Well, I got news for you, you blue-haired land whale. The same will be said about you. And all the things that you are championing for will be destroyed because they'll see what the absolute frauds you are. I'm for women's rights, and I'm going to defend every woman except Gina Carano. She can hang in the wind because she obviously is not one of us.
Right.
Excuse me. I thought now was National Organization of Women. Where are you? Where are you, cowards?
Well, it is a national organization of women, except certain women we don't like.
Rules for thee, not for me.
Exactly. I mean, it's amazing how silent they get. Amazing how silent. We don't want predators going after women, but Bill having Monica under the desk is just fine. Harvey Weinstein, well, it was just fine until it came to a point that we couldn't hide him no more. But other than that, we really like what Harvey Weinstein was doing all across the board. He had great parties, by the way, with some of these young girls. And I'm sure that Hedlund was along with them because she was the top aide, and she got a top choice of whatever leftovers that he had. Yeah, I'm being mean intentionally here because we all know down deep, it's probably freaking true. It's not necessarily Epstein Island we have to worry about. It's Hollywood. And Disney. Look how many people got arrested in Disney all across the board because of little CP stuff and other harassments.
Yep.
They're disgusting because what they are, they're destroyers, not builders.
Yep. And people can say whatever they want, but especially Disney. I would say mostly Disney for the most part. Recently, especially the last few years, they've done a piss poor job with minority characters. They have. And we've seen where I said that twice, that they could do a much better job. I don't care what company is. You want this push for something, then go and do a really good job. Don't turn these characters into another type of stereotype, because that's what they are.
Well, yeah, that's exactly it, because these people are stereotypes. And I'm talking about these morons that are pushing this stuff. All they are is going out there and not only proving stereotypes, creating new ones in their image. And there's nothing that they're doing that's noble or inclusive. On the contrary, they've even made it known they don't want to be inclusive, but yet we want to be inclusive. Because, they made it known that, we don't like the First Amendment. We want to get rid of it, even though we're using that First Amendment to be able to do what we're doing. And wouldn't be able to if there was no First Amendment.
Right. Exactly.
This is the insanity of these freaking morons. Destroyers, parasites, anal warts, all that across the board of life. There is nothing redemptive about them. And thank God so many of them are childless cat mamas and childless dog mamas, because I'm glad you're out of the fucking DNA, but please keep the peanut butter out of the bedroom.
Oh my God.
I told you I'm not going to be nice.
I know. You don't have to be.
No, you know, Barrett. It's like I said after the assassination attempt on Trump. I'm not holding it back anymore. And if people don't like it, well, you know, it's not my problem.
Yeah, it's not. It's.
You know what? I'd rather know where somebody stands instead of somebody bullshitting me.
Right.
I'd rather you all know where I stand instead of bullshitting you.
This and this pandering stuff is still a virus, and that's why we have to keep talking about these, because these new situations keep coming up. And they don't stop. It doesn't matter if it's in gaming. It doesn't matter if it's at a park. It doesn't matter whatever. It just keeps coming up. So.
Well, that's just it. We don't want to make this show political. They force us to, because they're shoving their political bullshit into our entertainment, because this is supposed to be escapism. It's not supposed to necessarily reflect society or your gender or inclusivity. It's about to escape. And I don't know about you. When I want to escape, I don't want anything about my freaking life necessarily involved in it.
No.
I just want to have fun.
If I go to a movie like Deadpool and Wolverine, for instance, I'm going to laugh because that's what I'm expecting when I go see a Deadpool movie.
Yes.
And to be slightly politically incorrect, too.
Yep. To be offensive. Because Deadpool isn't, like you said, Baron, he's not politically correct. He's offensive.
Never has been.
And by the way, political correctness was the first step to DEI.
Oh, of course.
It was. Yeah,
of course.
It was all part of the plan. Yeah, but see,
Yeah,
that was part of the plan, and they know it sometimes takes a little bit to ease in there. But after a while, they get cocky or desperate, and they really start pushing it, and that's what we're getting now, and that's why there's this big pushback, and that's why Disney is failing.
I mean,
they're having some
even in the video
now,
game industry, there's been pushback. People pushing it back against Stellar Blade when Sony decides to censor the costumes because they don't like the way they look, because they think they're too risky.
Yep.
I like risky. And it also comes to the fact, why should I patronize? I was going to say patronize, but why should I be your customer? Go with your products or watch you on the screen after all the horrible, cruel, vicious, nasty things you said about people like me and what you wish would happen to people like me. You are the vile scum of this earth, while trying to hide behind, can't we just be unified and get along and be nice?
Well, let's also bring this up too, because it screams of desperation to me. Last night at San Diego Comic-Con, announcing Robert Downey Jr.'s return to the MCU, this time as the Doctor Doom version of Iron Man, it screams desperation. You're trying to get people back in the theaters.
It seems ridiculous to me, but
Yeah, I mean, you can't argue. Robert Downey Jr. as Stark in Iron Man was probably the most popular character they had in the MCU. I mean, I'm not saying the others were.
I'm not saying he wasn't either. He was.
Yeah, he was popular.
And it's not an insult to the other people because they did their jobs and such. And it's just that he shined through. The other one were shining through with their own part, except Mark Ruffalo. I never liked Mark Ruffalo. And I cannot stand his portrayal of Banner / Hulk. And that's before I even knew about his political crap. I just like, I don't like his acting. You know, it's just that type of thing. And then, of course, he had to double down. And guess what? You know, start opening his fat mouth.
He did. I didn't mind him as the Hulk, but I understand, Baron.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. It's like, no. It's like, I just didn't like him. But of course, I'm not the only one obviously feeling this way.
No, of course not, man.
Because all the people you've been insulting, smearing, slandering, lying about, wishing harm done to them, are all reacting the same way. Fuck you. Fuck you, Disney. Fuck you, Bob Iger. Fuck you, Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
fuck you, AOC, who after the assassination, when we're supposed to be all getting along, instantly says out of her fucking mouth, her horse mouth, that Donald Trump is a quote unquote racist and a neo-Nazi. Unquote. I'll put the unquote there, even though I did the quote unquote. And yeah, that's what she did. I thought we're supposed to be getting along better now. I thought that was beneath us now, that we were rising up above that. And while you're doing that, not only are you insulting him, you're insulting people who are on his side.
She doesn't care. She doesn't care. She's like a number of politicians in D.C. that like to run their mouths.
Well, it's not just politicians. It's also the actors and actresses and producers, directors, writers, all that across the board who are doing the same thing, which, of course, they should care. Mm-hmm. Or they're going to have to keep up doing their GoFundMes to keep alive, or in real big desperation, go OnlyFans. And I don't think we want to see some of these people. Some of these people really should be on OnlyFans. It's just.
Well, whenever they open up their mouth about stuff, it's like, you didn't do your research. What a surprise!
No, they should be on Freak Show OnlyFans. I mean, that's what they should be on. No, I'm not kidding.
I didn't know that was a thing. Freak Show
it should
OnlyFans.
Be. I should start it up. I'm going to start it. I'm going to start it.
Right, yeah. You do that.
We can get.
I thought we were the Freak Show every Sunday and Wednesday.
I'm only freaky under the sheets. That's all. I just got to say, yeah, right, ladies, looking at you.
That was creepy.
Yeah.
Thank you. I feel so good now.
That came out of nowhere.
Well, I'm surprised, Mike, or you didn't play the clip. I was saving it for you guys, man. Come on, man.
I was thinking more, surely you can't be serious, but I know you're serious.
I hear a cackling in the background from a.
I hear Padawan be laughing.
Yeah, he's
I hear him now.
Yeah, he's kind of like Phil McCracken for us now. He's in the background cackling. Yeah, and you're right, Crit. Don't call me Shirley.
That's right.
But we do have some box office information.
What?
Now, I will admit I did go see Deadpool and Wolverine yesterday. I was invited by a friend to meet her and another friend.
I saw the last half only.
That doesn't count, Padawan. You gotta watch all the movie. Come on, man.
I jumped into a stream halfway through.
That's like getting a happy ending without the work to get there.
I wanted to watch it, and I was like, well, I'm probably not going to get to the theater. Probably have to wait for this one. So, not that I don't want to go, so I watched the end.
See, it's all about the happy ending, not the journey to get there.
But they're not going to, they just can't really spoil anything for me. It's like, well, I've seen all the stuff they do in the comic books, and I've watched all the shows, so I kind of know where they're going when the trailer comes up. I see what's being introduced. So how they get there, I kind of understand already. But I'll watch that because I've seen some stuff, some interviews with these guys, and they're showing little clips here and there, different parts than some of the trailers. And there's a lot of heart in this, man. Even what I saw, I was like, I will watch it or anticipate. Somehow we may get to the theater. We'll just have to see how the next couple of weeks go. But I'm really still looking forward to a full watch.
Crit.
I will.
We already mentioned that real quick. Yeah, it's desperation.
Yep.
I stand by it. I really do think it's desperation, begging probably to have him come back. And
yeah, I agree with that aspect. Although I do like the twist. I was like, oh, that's actually a good way to bring him back. without
let's do the twist.
Getting crazy.
But I was invited to go see the movie yesterday by a friend and another friend, and I went and saw it. And this was a movie that, even after seeing the first trailer, I wasn't really too keen on seeing. But I thought to myself, and go see it and see what you think of it afterwards. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. I will admit that. I want to see it again.
Did you hear that, Baron? He wants to see it again.
I know. I heard that.
I liked it a lot better than the second one. I thought it was a lot better than the second.
You know what Mike was saying before the show? He was telling us all, Cash and I, Disney Marvel's back, baby.
He was dressing up as Deadpool too and going outside. Man, it's crazy.
I know. Well, he always dresses like
that's
his everyday outfit is Deadpool. He went out as Wolverine this time.
No,
he put on the bicep.
I did tell Barrett and Cash that no, I do not think that this one movie means that the MCU is back. No,
MCU, she, you, yeah.
No, I consider this more 20th Century Fox. I know it's now 20th Century Studios under Disney, but this was basically, in my opinion, the last movie under the 20th Century Fox umbrella, even if it wasn't officially under the 20th Century Fox umbrella.
Now, I'm curious, since you went to the theater and watched it, did you get... I mean, you said you enjoyed it, but was there even a... God, how do I say this? No, it's not like were you expecting it to get... Did you watch the whole movie and go, oh, thank goodness it didn't get ruined? Like, they managed to keep this good. Was there that movie, relief? I guess that's what I was looking for. Was there a relief?
The moment it starts, I started laughing.
Good.
That's how good it was. Deadpool is Deadpool. He's supposed to be annoying. He's supposed to be a jackass. Mm-hmm. He's the mark of the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Notice how Padawabi was addressing this. Did you get your finish? Did you get the relief? Did you get your relief?
I mean, I was wondering if, like, is there an anticipation going into this movie? Like, we've seen so many of these movies, or we almost think we're like, God, what are they gonna do? What are they, or were you just like you said though, you started laughing right off the bat, and it wasn't a forced joke, so you honestly you're like, okay, that's funny.
No, and there's a joke in there that actually replaced an original joke that was supposed to be in the movie, but the way Ryan Reynolds wrote it, even Ryan Reynolds admitted it's more offensive than the original joke, and they still put it in.
Nice. That's awesome.
Because Deadpool even says things that we've been saying, and
yeah, I'm curious to see. Like, I only really saw the big ending, and I didn't get to see a lot of the referencing that he's gonna have.
Crit.
I have.
I have mentioned it multiple times here on Pop Talk. I only managed to get through 15 minutes of Loki for the first episode. 20 minutes for Batwoman. I ain't going back. I don't need to go back to know what's going on.
Hey, Phil McCracken, your job is safe. Being a troll.
If you need a reference, I'll help.
Gotta step it up. You gotta step it up there, Crit. You can do better. I have faith in you. Don't get me wrong. I have faith in you.
Extended reporting.
Little girl's not even impressed with that one. See? Look how she's not impressed with it.
She was like, whatever.
Exactly. Yeah.
Although that is the same look you get when she is impressed with something.
No, she's more expressive than that.
I tease.
Mouse, however.
Cats. I'm a dog person. We have cats.
I'm sorry, Crit. It's not for me. It's fine if it's for anyone else. It's fine if you like it. I watched it, and I do. It wasn't for me.
Wow.
It's like the 3-minute preview for The Acolyte before watching the 25th anniversary of The Phantom Menace. I could tell within those 3 minutes that it wasn't going to be a show I was going to be watching.
He actually said it, Baron.
Yeah.
But I get where he's going with it.
I'm giving a frame of reference here, gentlemen.
I know.
Yep. I don't. Well, let's just put it this way: Loki's no Fury Road. I mean.
Oh man! Oh boy!
I'm sorry. When it comes to Mad Max, Road Warrior's still the top.
What's that on? I think I need to watch that. Whatever. I just watch
Fury Road. I rented it from Amazon.
Oh, it's on Amazon. Okay, maybe I can watch. Then it'll be streaming on there eventually if that's where you can rent it.
I think, or it might be some other people are streaming it. I mean,
if you need to find some stuff,
it's my opinion.
I can hook you up, man. It's not a problem.
I'm unsure.
I mean, I have most of these streaming.
It's my opinion.
Everything, so.
Okay, well,
kind of surprising.
Honestly, I don't feel like giving my money to streaming services when I'm hardly using them to begin with.
Right.
Just to watch the TV.
Well, that's just like your opinion, man.
Just to watch a TV show that I have no interest in, especially after seeing the first 3 minutes.
You watched Loki? Have you watched Loki on shrooms?
Maybe I want to do that for this Deadpool and Wolverine. Get some shrooms, stuff like that. Go in there.
Hey, I watched Loki, and recently, I'm really anticipating this movie even more so now because I have heard nothing but good things about it. But I just watched Ghostbusters and I just watched Beverly Hills Cop 4, and so I'm excited. Hopefully, this will be like, yeah, it's just like it should be. So I'm enthusiastic looking at it through my comic eyes too. Because although Deadpool's movies are not like based in the comics like at all, really.
No,
it's just hit that character doing other things, and I've always been a fan of it. I thought they've nailed it. And yes, top 2 was not as good, but then they fed into my Cable's in it though. They got me that way. So it was a little bit better for me than it would have been for other people. But I'll have to see if I watch this and see if I have to have seen Loki 1 and 2 now.
Everybody has their own measurement as far as what's good entertainment, what they expect to see in entertainment. Yeah, your opinion, Baron, isn't the same as mine. My opinion isn't the same as Padawallaby's. Padawallaby's isn't the same as Cash's. And hello to Cyber Foxy. Good to see you.
Foxy.
And I'm excited to see Wolverine again. Because
Hugh Jackman's good. Hugh Jackman's good. The cameos work.
Not a fan of
Does he ever age? He's a vampire. Let's put it that way.
I don't know if he ever ages. That's a good question.
No, really. Does that man age?
He's getting some wrinkles.
Must be that Kiwi.
You got to remember, we're seeing him at his best on film. There's more filler on that than most concrete sidewalks.
Well,
it must be all that Kiwi that Hugh Jackman gets from down under.
Oi!
Vegemite,
mate.
Or maybe it's the Fosters. Maybe it's the Fosters.
It's the Fosters because Kiwi's New Zealand mite. Kiwi's New Zealand mite, not Australia, not Oz.
I know. I just made an insult. all the Aussies are going to come after me.
That's funny. I did see. They just had Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds on the Hot Ones podcast.
Yeah, I saw clips of it.
It's pretty funny. They're pretty good on there. Together, those guys really do have a great chemistry. I mean, God, dude, you see that? You're like, I wish I could have a friend that I could joke around like that with,
You got us?
Well, of course, yes. But I can't.
And you wish it had been fulfilled.
I can't call you guys up Deadpool style and be like,
Oh, you've tried.
No.
You've tried.
No Discord calls.
This guy is a thorn in our side, I tell you. We wish for the days of Phil McCracken.
Oh.
Hey, Phil, are you out there, man? No, you probably. He's probably going down
Beetlejuice
the ice
is
cream.
doing something else, I'm sure. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure he and Joe with the ice cream shop.
Here, this is for Phil. I've watched it.
It's good. It's good. It's Babylon 5. It's good.
Oh, well, I haven't watched that yet. I kind of wanted to start watching with you guys, but you got so fast. You got through it so fast. I figure I'll just watch it. Like, I think my wife will like it too.
Oh, you'll love it. You'll love the show. I mean, just get by the fact that the special effects are dated. No problem.
Oh, yeah, I don't have to worry about that.
The story and the actors. I mean, and even
Because we're watching. Actually, we watch it later today. We're watching the series Legend of the Seeker. That's pretty outdated. You know, graphics like that. That's pretty outdated right now too. But wow, that show is great. So I don't think I'll have a problem watching like a Babylon 5 or anything like that. I can handle watching the Stargates and all that stuff.
You shouldn't, dude. If you want quality sci-fi,
yeah, I think it's just one of those. It's like, oh, it's an investment, and I think that kind of makes me put it off because it's like, I want to watch it when I know I'll watch it all the way through because I very much have a tendency to get halfway through stuff, and it's like, oh, I'll come back to it. And we all know what happens.
Hey, Spacko! How you doing, Spacko?
How you doing, Spacko? How you doing, man? How you doing?
Live long or get bent.
No. Crit, you did not have to watch that show. Okay? You don't have to watch it, man.
You know, we all make choices in life. Some of us choose to watch a show. Some of us choose not to watch a show. Some of us choose to keep up with our baseball teams. Others say they're done and they move on and wait for football season.
And I just ask, why are you still following any of it? Go All Blacks!
Oh, goodness.
I want gold for them.
Well, good. I'm excited. Maybe we will get to go see it because I think my wife will laugh. She likes that kind of sarcastic humor. I think she'll laugh at a lot of this stuff in this movie.
And you know what? I was hearing that some people thought it was too bloody. I'm thinking, you do realize it's rated R and it's
Deadpool.
Yeah,
it's gonna bend the envelope. It's gonna
they're gonna have naughty words. They're gonna have some violence. Now the big question is, this is an R-rated film. Do we see boobies?
But Crit.
That's a question that Baron would ask.
That's funny.
I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you.
But since
I don't want to spoil the movie.
Crit. Oh, I was gonna answer Crit's question, but go
ahead.
Go ahead.
I'll hold it. I'll hold it.
Crit, your channel is more than just a Star Wars channel. You can choose to watch something or not watch something. It doesn't matter, man. But you obviously, the show made you very angry. So, you know.
Yeah, we lost about 3 fishing boats because of it.
That's right.
He went out there and just took out some boats, man.
He did.
That's the video of all the orcas following those boats. Okay. Okay.
And Spock, Deadpool does make a joke referencing all that.
Because what I will say is, since Mike has seen it, there, like in the reference to this, a lot of blood. There is one scene in particular. There's a bus. That's all I'll say. So Mike knows what I'm referencing. Where I thought I was like, wow, there's a lot of blood. But I looked at it like from the comic book view too. And I might have really started laughing if I was reading a comic book as he's slaughtering his enemies and they gradually read out more and more of the panels. It's like, what's going on? You know? So I got a kick out of what somebody might deem to affect, like that it's too much of this. And I was like, oh, but that was kind of part of the joke. You know, so like you said, some people, you will take it, people see through different eyes. You will take it many different ways. But yes, you have to realize what Deadpool is.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are going, oh, finally we get to this point. It's like, I've been waiting for this. Granted, his movies are not exactly without blood.
Well, and everybody's happy with the violence in Blade. Everyone's happy with the violence in some of these other quote-unquote are Dread. I mean, for crying out loud, they made violence in graphic violence look like art with while they were doing it. It was like, yeah, it was impactful, but it wasn't necessarily, I'd say, gratuitous. But it's like there was a certain beauty to how they were doing it. It's like, ooh, wow.
And that's what attracted us to these comics initially. It's like, oh, the art is art. People are like, oh, they're comic books, man. It's cartoons. I was like, but have you seen the work in these things? Like, the art is fantastic. And then you start reading the story, and then you start appreciating. You're like, wow, why'd they choose this angle? This is interesting. You know, they are picking director of photograph shots. You know what I mean? The level that we got of what they're pulling this media from is what y'all mention it every time. It's just, we got spoiled with what we had, you know. It's like, where'd they get 300? Because the comic book looked that great, you know. And it was like, yes, people were going, you're reading a comic book?
Well, think about it this way. You have, of course, these painters out there, some who are well overrated with their artwork out there, and I'm talking about where you go into the museum and take a look and go, oh, pretty. But you take a look at how long it took them to do that, and then you see how much work this guy, who is like a cover artist, and how many covers he's got to cover doing an art, and look how many spectacular covers there are that they are like, oh, I want to hang this in my room. This is, I want to hang this in my hall. Or I want, this needs to be framed, right? And even pages, even panels. You take a look at these panels. It's like, how did they do this, right? So as it goes, it's art, whether you like it or not. Quit being so stuck up.
I'm sure if we had Gary Cassell on at some point, he can explain how he works on one panel, then the next panel, and the next panel in, very deep detail.
Yeah. The plotting. How am I going to take this and transcribe it from the script to the page? What I'm going to add to it, and my God, I hope the inker doesn't screw it up.
Ink and color, yeah. You hope everybody's on the same kind of page and not like, oh, now I get to put my style in it.
There you go.
It's like,
and
no, you're not the artist. You're a tool he used to showcase what you're all trying to accomplish.
Well, the thing is the inker is going to bring in a little bit of style, but if it's going to be like Irvin Kershner doing Empire Strikes Back to George Lucas being the inker for Star Wars by doing that to George Lucas artwork for Star Wars, then it enhances. It enhances, and that's what an inker's job is to do. Is to enhance.
Yeah, like if the artist uses line shading, let's don't use scribble shading now as the inker. Just go over his style. You have your flair. You are adding shadow and things like that. And yeah, like you said, they really can. They can ruin good art.
Yeah, but amazingly so, sometimes they can help it and enhance it. Sometimes the original art is like, and the inker's there to fix it up, you might say. And many artists' careers have been, shall we say, continued on because of that. It's not their abilities, but the inker's ability. Because a lot of times these guys are usually paired up sometimes in this. So it's like, is this going to be this artist and this going to be this inker?
And all I'm going to say to this, because I don't want to give any spoilers to the movie, to those who haven't seen it, to those who want to see it, and to those who don't want to see it. But yes, the multiverse is used in this movie. In some fashion or another, it's used.
He's keeping it so tight-lipped, he's not even telling me if there's boobies in there. Just saying.
Yes, there are boobies in there. Deadpool's in it. Have you guys seen their react? I saw Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds' reaction to the buttocks, the joystick controllers. Have you guys seen these new controllers that came out that have like butts on them?
Those are all spots. Yeah, they're ridiculous.
I want one.
No ass for me.
It's funny. It's just hooked up like a magnet. But I was like, well, that would be cool if it was like an extended battery. I don't know if it actually does anything though,
and
other than just be on there.
I just wanted to address something quickly here about what we were saying before about special effects and such, and how they might be dated. If you're out there denying an experience and watching something because of that, you're a twit. You are a mind-numbed robot. Because you're not, because special effects have always changed or gone by what the budget was able to, and they try to do their best. But what you're looking at is the story and the actors and actresses, how they portray the characters. That's the important thing. That's why I can get over bad effects in films, sometimes even laugh at them, or even TV shows too. But it comes all to this: is this a good story? Are these people doing a good job acting in it? And if you're going to deny yourself because it's too beneath you because of the cardboard sets and the cheap special effects, I want my CGI. I'm sorry, you're a moron. Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind insulting a whole group of people that have that. It's the same ones who sit back and say, "I can't watch anything because it's black and white."
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now with all
those graphics are horrible. I can't play this game.
With all this in mind, I can't believe this hasn't been addressed yet about this. But I know the burning question on the panel and in the chat for you, Mike. Did you get a popcorn bucket?
There were no popcorn buckets to be had. No souvenir cups to be had in my theater either.
Patawannabe, he lives in Mayberry. They don't have that luxury. He's got to go 2.5 hours to get
never know. Sometimes the smaller towns get a big shipment in, and they're like, "Yeah, we have like 100 left."
Trust me, if there was a souvenir cup, souvenir bucket, I would have purchased it. Trust me. I was lucky to get a souvenir popcorn bucket for Ghostbusters Frozen Empire.
But he was really wanting that Dune bucket. Just telling you.
What about what's the Alien one? You gonna try and get the Alien one?
Oh, there was an Alien one too?
That's if they have it. My theater doesn't always have it, especially if I don't go the day the movie comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the alien head, it's shaped like a normal, the elongated alien head. But the weird thing is they put the hole for the popcorn in the middle of the head. I was like, why didn't they put it in the end so that, I don't know.
There are reasons. You just answered that. There are reasons. No, at Mike's theater, he's lucky to go in there and they say, "Hey, it's got this deal again. We got this sticker. There you go. Yeah, got a nice little sticker for this film."
I'll tell you what you can do with that sticker. You can take that sticker, shove it up your ass.
Ooh, sticky.
I would keep it on the paper so that's easier. Don't take it off the paper.
Mm-mm.
So we have this article from Variety. It says, Deadpool and Wolverine obliterates R-rated record with 205 million opening weekend, 8th biggest in box office history.
Oh, that's right. We were supposed to be talking about this. You started this
3 hours later.
Now we're actually getting to it.
This is by Rebecca Rubin. It says Deadpool and Wolverine, a comic book adventure that pairs two of Marvel's most popular characters, is turbocharging the box office. Disney's superhero sequel has collected 205 million in its opening weekend, ranking it as the 8th best debut of all time, ahead of 2018's Black Panther that had 202 million, and behind 2015's Jurassic World that had 208 million. Well, why is it? Yeah, okay, that's why. Never mind. That's why I looked.
I know. I'm guilty of that.
And the Avengers 207 million Only 9 films in Hollywood history have crossed the 200 million milestone in their opening weekends. Ticket sales also easily surpassed 2016's Deadpool with 132 million for that particular film to set the record for the biggest R-rated opening weekend ever. The 2018 sequel, Deadpool 2, now stands as the third biggest R-rated debut with 125 million. Among the newest installments, many benchmarks, Deadpool and Wolverine landed by far the biggest start of the year, overtaking another Disney movie, the Pixar sequel, Inside Out 2, 155 million debut. Internationally, Deadpool and Wolverine captured 233.3 million for the staggering global tally of 438 million after 3 days of release. The film, starring Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman, is already the sixth highest grossing of 2024. Disney spent about 200 million to produce and roughly another 100 million to promote the movie. Heading into the weekend, the third Deadpool installment and the first movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe to be headlined by comic book characters that were previously licensed to 20th Century Fox was projected to gross 160 million to 170 million. Those estimates were quickly put to shame. That's because ardent fans want to be among the first to see the film to avoid plot twists, major cameos, and see Jackman's gruff mutant Logan emerge from retirement, catapulting the Sean Levy directed tentpole to stratospheric box office heights. On Friday alone, Deadpool and Wolverine clawed up 96 million, more than most 2024 films earned in their entire opening weekends.
Could I interject a quick inside baseball question for this before we go too far?
Hey, we're done. We're
just
done
about
with the box score. We did that earlier.
Just about the numbers for like Black Panther and those ones up there. It said like 202. They were all really close. I don't know if you can answer this actually, but maybe your experience with these articles. So like they're showing the movies that came out 2016, 17, and then they're showing like this one now. So are they, I'm assuming these were the numbers they got. They're not.
These were the numbers they got for their
inflation.
opening weekend. I'm assuming they're not adjusted for inflation.
Because I was just looking at him going, wow, really? They beat Avenger? And I was thinking, it seems like there were so many more people. And then Black Panther, God, this seems like there were so many more people. But the ticket sales weren't as high, so technically there were kind of more people seeing it. I'm just thinking in my head.
If I recall correctly, with the Avengers, it was more word of mouth, people saying you got to go see it, which helped it get a higher box office.
That's true. Because everybody at the time was like, it's a comic book movie still, and they're like, you got to go see it. Everybody.
I can remember being at a friend's house. He said, have you seen the Avengers yet? I said, no, I haven't. He said, you want to go see it? I'm all, you serious? He said, yeah, let's go see it right now.
Because that definitely was at a time, like, a lot of my friends are parents. They would not have seen that movie, but their kids, for sure, they're going to see it. Some of them may have, but it's like I would have gone for sure. But if they got teenage kids, yeah, they're going, whether they kind of want to or not, So, but I was just curious about that. So, I mean, they still made a ton of money though.
Oh, yeah,
say 200. They beat it with 208. Is that what it was?
205. 205.
Okay. Now, is that what they got, or that was the record they beat?
That's for the weekend. That
was for the whole
for the weekend.
Okay. So, but so far, because are they including Sunday? I mean,
usually they just do Friday, Saturday, and then estimates for Sunday, and then Monday you get the actual figures.
Okay, I get it. Sorry, I was just curious about those numbers.
It says Deadpool and Wolverine is a needed triumph for Marvel. After this weekend, the MCU became the first film franchise ever to cross 30 billion globally. Though the comic book behemoth has delivered an unprecedented string of blockbusters across 33 films over 15 years. More recent entries like Eternals, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantum Mania.
That mess of a film. Ugh.
Problems, Mike?
Yes, I still have problems with that film.
I feel bad for Paul Rudd.
And the Marvels have misfired at the box office. Part of the problem is that since the launch of Disney Plus, the Disney Plus streaming service, the studio has inundated viewers with countless spin-offs, sequels, and TV series on the big and small screen. In response, Disney's CEO Bob Iger says the MCU is trying to reduce its output due to last year's strike and other delays. Deadpool and Wolverine is 2024's low Marvel Studios movie, the first time that's happened since 2012's The Avengers. And I've been saying this ever since Endgame. They needed to take a break after Endgame. Reset their creative juices, and then a few years later, pick it back up again. But no, they just kept going and going and going and going.
And they teased at a team that we never even really had.
Ryan Reynolds always wanted it, but it was trying to convince Hugh Jackman to put on the mutton chops again and get out the claws one more time. Because he had said after Logan, he's done.
Yeah, and I forget which one it was, but he did mention, he's like, I did want to work with him, and then I announced my retirement, and then 3 days later, Deadpool gets released, and it's like,
Well, yeah. Well, it doesn't.
stuck,
Yeah. Well, it doesn't hurt that he likes the character Wolverine. I mean, he does really. So, I mean, it would take something for him to come back to play it, but deep down, I'm sure he always had. I wish there was one more chance, but I'm getting too old for this. But with having a Deadpool Wolverine, it's like, okay, now you got me. What can we do about this?
Yeah.
And it goes back to what we said here on Pop Talk, what you started saying, Baron. Praise them when they do something good. And then when they mess up, call them on it.
Right.
Oh, everybody should feel.
So Disney Marvel's back, baby. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
I'm not trying to be Phil. Oh, actually, I was trying to be Phil. But
Deadpool and Wolverine are back, baby.
There we go.
Those characters.
Literally.
Because, like I said, I'm not a big fan of Logan. So for me to see Wolverine again, it's like, yes! Thank you. Oh, man.
And the article says the pandemic hasn't slowed the biggest superhero titles as David A. Gross, a movie consulting firm, franchise entertainment research, nothing. The smash successors, Spider-Man No Way Home, 1.91 billion. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, still haven't seen that movie. Don't want to see that movie. 956 million. Black Panther Wakanda Forever, 859 million. And Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, 846 million. And when it came to Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, I like Rocket's story, but everything else just didn't seem to work for me.
Oh, the Rocket angle is so touching. So good.
Well, and that's just it.
I mean,
there can be a movie that we're meh about, but there's that element in there, or a story way of doing things that keeps it alive for you. In this case, Rocket. Everyone says that. It's Rocket's story. It's Rocket's story. Yeah. Maybe they should have focused on that a little bit more. I don't know.
Goes on to say, yet Gross adds the less established and newer films have struggled. So it's a good thing the MCU has familiar names on its upcoming call sheets. Well, I also say that to blame on Disney and Marvel and their advertising campaign to get fans familiar with these unknown characters. Give them a reason to spend their hard-earned money to go out and watch these movies with characters they may not be that familiar with.
Right.
Yeah, I've seen all those movies, and we didn't go to any of them.
Yeah, give you a reason to watch them at home if you can't make it to the theater, because it's not cheap to get to the theater.
No, even on Tuesdays on AMC, it's still about $9. So
yeah. I mean, it was just a matinee I met my friends at yesterday, and it was still $15.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, the movie thing for us is more like, okay, we're gonna make it a date night, so it's like, well, I'm not gonna be cheap. We might do dinner. We might get drinks. We might get popcorn. But that it adds. I know it adds up, but that's what we look for, the whole experience when we go. I'm not gonna go to the theater and be like, oh, we're gonna chump change it tonight.
and even for an evening show, it's $25 to get into our theater, and then you got to add concessions onto it. So you could be looking at $50 by the time we're done.
And if you live in one of those nice towns that serve you food in the theater, food and drinks in the theater, woo, that'll add up quick.
Well, and that's just it. Oh, we're having problems coming to see people coming to see movies. I know. Let's jack the prices up even higher. That will help. Which has been always their thought lately. Always.
Yeah, and I feel the same way as Apion. Even though my friend bought the ticket, I said to her, I said, I could pay you back. She says, nope. She says, I didn't get you a birthday present, so consider this your birthday present.
Sweet.
But I wanted the Optimus Prime.
And I enjoyed the movie. I've been telling Cash and Baron, I've been telling everybody right now, Apion, I want to go see it again.
Yep.
I enjoyed it that much. I enjoyed it more than Deadpool 2.
Might have to coax the wife to take a sick day. Maybe we can go have brunch and a movie.
What? Have her play hockey?
I don't know if you feel this way about an Apion, but it was entertainment. Something we want. We got entertainment. We weren't being preached at. We weren't being told we're bad people. We were being entertained. Plus, wait, when you see Dogpool in this movie, Baron, how could you not like it?
Dogpool. That's like the Superman family. We got Super Dog.
I like how Deadpool reacts to Dogpool. That got me really too. Good. I don't know what that dog is.
It would have been funnier if the dog was a dachshund.
I think can easily be mistaken because I think this is the same depiction they've put in the comics. I don't know if they had this exact dog in mind, but isn't this the dog that like set a world record for the ugliest dog or something?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that dog.
I don't know if it's this one necessarily, but it's a small dog. I would consider small, not medium. Maybe small, medium, maybe. But its tongue is like 2 or 3 inches out of its mouth. It's like the tongue is longer than the dog's snout.
When you see it on screen, I did start laughing right away, going, "Oh my god!"
And the dog's hair is ridiculous.
Deadpool's reaction to it
is priceless. Deadpool's reaction.
Yeah.
and like me, I'm totally dog person, and I'm a sucker for little dogs. So it's like, oh, they're so cute. I just loved it. I thought I definitely get more out of that scene for sure. And if it was Catpool,
and Apion will get this. So when does he regenerate? Oh
no,
he doesn't have regenerative powers.
Oh
no! It's not Dogpool. It's someone else.
Oh, okay. That's good to know because the Dogpool needs that.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking of when they were playing with the dog's hair. Something about Mary and.
Oh, that's so funny.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh goodness.
Oh. I don't even know. Okay. This is scary. This is going to a weird area.
No, it's not. It's not that.
I know. It's not.
Baron.
It's
Jeez,
not
get your mind
Doggate.
out of the gutter, Baron. Get your mind out of the gutter.
It's not Doggate. I understand.
It says over the weekend, the studio announced at Comic-Con that Iron Man star Robert Downey Jr. is returning to play the villainous Victor Von Doom. I think that's desperation. I really do. Even though I do understand that there is a version of Tony Stark, Iron Man, who was Doctor Doom. I understand that was a thing in the comics. I get that. The summer also marks a return to form for Disney, which has long been one of the dominant Hollywood studios, but stumbled in 2023 with a series of underperforming blockbusters, including Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, The Haunted Mansion, and Wish. So far in 2024, Inside Out 2 has overtaken Frozen 2 to stand as the highest grossing animated film in history. With
Suck it, Frozen
1.5
2.
billion. Yeah. Inside Out 2 was good. Inside Out 2 was good. I'll admit that.
I have to see both of these movies still. These are ones that have slipped past me.
What, Frozen and Frozen 2?
Inside Out and Inside Out 2.
Oh, definitely watch them both, man.
Yeah.
I think you should watch Frozen 2 as well.
I have seen those.
Oh yeah. How many times? 5, 6.
Oh, yeah, probably. I was actually
memorize the songs.
I was dating a woman that had twins, and they were like 4. So one of them was a girl, one was a boy. So yeah, Frozen was. Oh yeah, dude.
Oh, for a minute I thought you were going to say that the lady was the one who was watching it over and over again.
Well, we had to also because we can't leave 4-year-olds.
No, I'm saying that was because of her, not the kids.
Oh no, not her. She was not a Disney
that's what
adult. No, she's not a Disney adult.
And it's good to see Jason Fox of 540 Studio. Where were you Wednesday night, dude?
I'm not a simp. I'm not a simp. I'm not a simp.
We watched
I'm not a simp.
Claw, man. Where were you, man?
Come on, man.
Wait until Wednesday. We have an exclusive interview with Jenna Ortega. I don't know how Cash, but he did. He knows people.
Oh my gosh, dude. Jason be like, can I be on? Can I be on? Can I be on? Can I be on?
No. How about no?
Yeah. Oh, thank you. You were absolutely right. We could have done that one. If I can find it.
We would have to.
Oh, there we go.
How about no?
If that actually happened, I think we would have to pay some money.
I think Jace is
I
going
don't
to
think
get a
we could
tattoo
avoid
before.
it.
I don't think she would come on just because we asked her nicely. And
no, I think we'd have to pay some money.
Okay, $20.
I got
best offer.
I got $2.50.
Yeah.
$20. Let's see, a nickel.
I gave him $1.
That's right. I said, I ain't giving you no $3.50, you goddamn Loch Ness monster. Get your own goddamn money.
I gave him $1.
I gave him $1.
So let's see. It mentions Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen any of the newer Planet of the Apes films, to be honest.
Crit is a massive fan, of course, of those, and I just
realized
he has told me many, many times about how good those films are. I just don't care enough. I just don't.
The last one I saw all the way through, because I was just realizing this the other day. I was like, I really need to catch up on these. The one, James Franco's still in it, and he's got Caesar before he is talking. So it's like right at that point, whichever one that was. I don't know which one that one was. And then I saw the most of the one. I think it's, gosh, I can't remember. I think it's Rise. On the cover, I know it's got the 2 humans. It's got the one guy in kind of the Grant from Jurassic Park outfit with whatever hat that is, and I don't know what that. He's kind of a cowboy guy, but that's when they're on horseback and they're all talking. I don't know.
Apion's saying that's the first one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So maybe I've seen
Charlton
the
Heston?
first two. No, I haven't seen those ones. The remakes.
Liar.
I mean, I have seen the old ones. I have seen all the old ones. I had a buddy that was a huge fan. He had all 7 of them, I think there is. He had the Planet of the Apes, Underground, all those ones.
Yeah. I mean, you had Ricardo Montalban in one of them. I mean, how can you not pass that one up?
Well, I like the Marky Mark one.
and to Jace, he's saying he's not a simp.
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
I call bullshit.
That's
Jason
I call
Fox.
bullshit.
Jason.
That was a double one.
Fox.
You might have heard of him.
Apion's saying the James Franco one.
That's the first in the series. Okay.
I'll have to watch him. I have been wanting to watch him just to be able to see them for myself. I've been told by a lot of friends that they're good. Some friends have told me they're not so good. I want to make an opinion on my own, especially when I hear, "Oh, they're good. Oh, they're not so good." Okay,
Right.
I need to determine this on my own.
It's like when it's.
Well, I was never a big monkey film.
No, I'm just not that big. I'm with Baron, right? I'm just not that big of a fan, and Crit can sell me on it many times as he wants, but I'm just not.
No, that doesn't say I'm not. I would be disinterested if it happened to pop up or whatever.
Right.
I'll sit and watch it. Just like the first Planet of the Apes back, with Chuck Heston was a classic. I mean, an ultimate classic, and seeing a film with Ricardo Montalban in it, oh man, it's like him as the villain. It's like, ooh, it's at least he's going to be good in it. So, and of course, Roddy McDowell being in there, a great actor right there. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not against it. Too bad Roddy McDowell passed away. He couldn't be part of the new ones because he was just great. But yeah, I mean, I've never was a big fan of the ape films. I'm not an aper. I'm not an aperon. Ha! See what I did there, Apion?
Sorry.
Oh, I bet Andy Serkis does. He's really good.
Yeah, he can do a lot of really cool stuff.
Well, he knows how to use his body and express through his body, and that's definitely an important thing. Well, obviously we saw that with Gollum and King Kong and stuff like that.
Yes.
So
It does say here in the article that the next movie to be released by Disney under their 20th Century Studios banner that could make them money would be Aliens Romulus. It also goes on to mention that Twisters, not Timbles. Why did I say that? I don't
Timbles?
I don't.
All right, new movie.
Because I saw Twisters and Tumble. I saw Twisters tumbled to a distant second place. The disaster epic starring Glenn Powell and Daisy Edgar Jones and Anthony Ramos brought in $35.3 million, down 57% from its debut. Well, of course, Twisters doesn't stand a chance against the Mark of the Mouth and Wolverine.
I was going to say it could do double what it did, and it still would be a distant second.
Right? Yeah, I mean, it's that typical summertime film. You have that one weekend, enjoy it because there's going to be a big one coming after you.
Phrasing.
Exactly. I'd see that film. Ooh, I need to talk to some people. We could even stretch it out.
The films that will be never made.
Oh,
but it does say that Twisters has made $154.9 million in North America and $221 million globally, and it says elsewhere holdover titles rounded out box office charts at number 3. Universal and Illumination's Despicable Me 4 added $14.2 million, in its fourth weekend of release. So far, the animated sequel has generated $290.9 million domestically and $677 million worldwide. Inside Out 2 took fourth place with $8.3 million in its seventh outing, bringing its domestic tally to $613.4 million.
Oh, that's not bad.
And
How
that
long has
mentions
Inside Out been out now? A while now, right?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And-
also just kind of curious, what were the reviews for Twisters 2? How many people were excited to see it because the first one they got to see this one was like,
Well, I think it has a lot to do in some of the websites like Bounding the Comics and that Park Place in there. It didn't have the message that you thought it was going to have, which is But
good.
Did we ever need a remake of Twister? No, but whatever.
Sorry, I see it now. Seventh outing, so probably its seventh weekend.
Yep.
I got twisted.
And then Long Legs, and I saw a trailer for that. That doesn't interest me. It
What is
made
that
6
referencing?
Spiders.
Oh, it is. Okay, I wasn't sure if it was something that they're. It seemed like spiders obvious to me, but I wasn't sure if that was.
Maybe it was like she's got long legs.
I mean, like there's other movies coming out. There's one with like Halle Berry, and then of course M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong is back, and he's got this movie Trapped, where this guy is a serial killer or whatever, and they stage this concert. It's like, wow, Shyamalan, you did it again, man! Yay!
It's going to be great. You admit it. It's going to be great.
We
It's
just
going to
don't
be just
know.
like. It's going to be just like Signs. It's be just like Signs, man.
It's going to be like
which was a movie that did well. I won't confess. That was a good film, and I have to confess, I was freaked out.
He's had some good ideas, but now I just don't know where he's going with his vision or what it is.
And you know what's wonderful about that? Neither does he.
No, I don't think he does. That's why I think he deserves.
Sometimes I have no idea where I'm going with Pop Talk, but here we are.
Shamalama ding dong.
If you were me and I were you, then you wouldn't know what I'm doing either.
I don't know what I'm
doing. I think that's how he keeps us guessing. He keeps himself. He's like, I don't even know what I'm gonna do.
I don't know what I'm gonna do, man. I just don't see a lot of people being interested in that. But it's like it's just you see a movie like that, it's like we've seen something like this, and then it's like, what is this the twist then? The serial killer, and the serial killer also his daughter or whatever, I think it was his daughter, his son doesn't know that he's like the killer and stuff, and I don't know, it just seems silly.
Well, and he also doesn't M. Night do like Unbreakable and Glass? And those
he did.
ones?
Yeah,
See, those were awesome.
Split. I heard
thought.
Split was good. I haven't watched Split yet.
Ooh, that one's that actor too, man. Wow, wow, does so good in that movie. Those ones really get you thinking. Those ones I actually kind of liked because it inspired thought. Where some of the other ones they end and you're just kind of, huh?
What? Yeah. Even I think it was Lady in the Water. Like, it was pretty good, but it wasn't great. It was pretty good.
Yeah,
but that was
I
a
heard that
while
one.
ago. That was a while ago.
And I've even heard that one too. Like people talk about that, and somebody mentioned like this is what a lot of the fans think, and they're like, but that's not what it was. It's supposed to be this, and it's like, huh?
I like Marvels. I like the Marvels.
Expression. Artistic expression, right?
I like Marvels.
Yay!
Oh yeah, Jade McElroy's in that, and God, he's so good. Very surprising performance by him. Surprisingly good, I would say.
I'll check it out.
Yeah,
I need
to
it's checking out different movies, and
because those are 3-parters, even though they don't really tell you right out.
That's fair, Apion.
So Unbreakable with Bruce Willis.
Yeah, that one was
the
all
first
right.
one, and then I
That's
think
all right.
Split was the second one, and then I think Glass is the third one.
Have I seen Glass? I don't think I've seen Glass.
Because they the first one's Bruce Willis, the second one's McElroy, and then the third
Right.
one's kind of more about Sam Jackson, but they're all in all of them.
I would like to see Sam Jackson in something that I want to actually see. That would be nice.
Him in those movies, I love him as this guy Glass. It is Woo, great origin story. I really enjoyed him in this movie.
I mean, American Gangster was on cable the other day. That is still a great movie.
Yeah, that really is.
Fuck.
It really is.
Now, I've got a
Great
question for everybody.
Yeah.
Not just on the panel, but everybody who's with us right now on both YouTube and Rumble. Are you fans of the show Invincible on Amazon?
I know of it. I haven't watched it yet.
It's on
I've watched some of it. I find it intriguing. I need to continue watching it. Of course, the one voice is so great in there.
Are you serious?
Exactly, Apion. We'll have a talk more about that later.
Yeah.
Yes, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, this is one that I need to really catch up on.
Well, I've only watched the first season. I think it's very good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. Gotta go back and watch more of it, but it says first look at.
Oh, and they have that one prequel thing too on it too. So.
Mm-hmm. The first look at Mark Grayson's new suit in Invincible Season 3 and Season 4 confirmed. During Comic-Con, Prime Video revealed a first look at the third season of Robert Kirkman's Invincible animated series. It's a poster featuring Mark Grayson's new suit. There aren't any additional details to share as Season 3 hasn't even premiered yet, but it was previously reported that Prime Video renewed the show for Seasons 4 and 5. Season 4 was confirmed at Comic-Con, and it's good to know that the story will continue. Well, it's a good show. It deserves to be picked up as often as possible. Robert Kirkman previously said that he's hoping to do 7 or 8 seasons. I'm trying not to pin it down to a number because it is somewhat of a moving target. I think in the 7 to 8 season range seems like it would be enough. He added, but there could be some things we move through a little faster, some things we expand. If we're fortunate enough to go for a good long time, I think that would be enough to cover the entire comic. He continued. And there are some things along the way that he didn't get into the comic that I'd like to do. I think it'd be cool to have some episodes here and there that are completely original, so that's part of the plan moving forward. He also teased we want every season 3 episode to feel like it's a finale. Season 3 is an absolutely huge season with so many crazy things that you won't expect. There, sorry. Then he goes on to add, and where we leave things at the end of season 3, oh my god, I cannot wait for people to see that stuff. The story for the series revolves around 18-year-old Mark Grayson, who's just like every other guy his age, except his father is or was the most powerful superhero on the planet. Still reeling from Nolan's betrayal in season 1, Mark struggles to rebuild his life as he faces a host of new threats, all while battling his greatest fear that he might become his father without even knowing it. The series stars Stephen Yeun with Sandra Oh, Zazie Beetz, Gray Diesel, Chris Dement. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that one. Walter Goss. Yeah, thank you, Baron. Thank you.
Nice one, dude.
Because that was going to be a tongue twister for me, and
it was for me too. I don't know how I did it.
Walter Goggins, Gillian Jacobs, Jason Mantzoukas.
I think that's right.
Mantzoukas. Yeah, Mantzoukas. Yeah.
Yes.
Ross Marquand and Marquand, yeah. And Carrie Payton, Zachary Quinto, Andrew Reynolds, Kevin Michael Richardson, good voice actor. Very good voice actor, by the way. Seth Rogen,
Hey
guys!
Hey guys, we're on
It's
J.K. Simmons.
Woo-hoo,
You
J.K.
serious?
Simmons.
Yeah. Woo!
He's great. He was also if you what was that Disney show that he did? Gravity Falls. He popped up in that.
Oh, yeah.
Really, yeah. A lot of quality actors in that.
No, he was even in our True Grit film. Only his voice, but hey, he's got a great voice. Got a good set of pipes.
Yeah, he does.
It's just really good actor. Yeah,
Oh,
Seth
quiet,
Rogen
Phil. Quiet.
He's back. Beetlejuice has returned again. Who called his name this time?
I didn't.
I didn't.
I try not to call his name.
I blame Padawan. Yeah, I agree.
I just blame Phil.
Yeah, blame Phil too.
So, and that was our last article for this afternoon's broadcast. Unless there's something else that you guys would like to discuss, we can start winding down.
Squirrel overlords and how they are secretly taking over this world, and we don't even know it. Those cute little furry creatures out there, and chipmunks are their spies.
I know you worship the squirrel gods, Baron, but come on, don't push your religion on everyone else.
No. They're not my gods.
Being squirrely isn't for everybody.
I'm not squirrely for one, and second of all, they're not my gods. They're my nemesis, the world's nemesis. They don't know about it. I have to preach about how the squirrel overlords are planning on taking over this planet, and the chipmunks are their spies. I'm a penguin guy, remember? Penguins forever.
I love how serious he is. Look at that face. Look at that face. Jones. Oh no, he has a smile now. No, he's being serious again.
Did any of you see...
I only am becoming serious because of this. The squirrels are taking over. They're gathering nuts, not to eat, but to turn into weapons. And the chemicals in the water are turning the freaking guard gay.
Baron Norman Jones, everybody.
Yep.
I think I killed.
You broke Padawan.
Did any of you see the Gojira song intro for the Olympics?
No.
Oh, you didn't watch that part? God, it's so good.
I not watching any of the Olympics.
Well, it's just a musical number, but I was like, there you go, man. They had them like stacked up in windows of, I don't know, Parliament or something. I don't know what building it was there, but it was really cool. It's a good 2.5 minute show.
Admit it was the cross dressers doing the Last Supper that you really liked. Admit it.
No, I didn't see that part.
And Papa Smurf. Papa Smurf that was like on the dinner table. Yeah.
I just saw Gojira's performance, and I thought it was cool. I was like, wow, they did this at the Olympics. A lot of fire, a lot of...
Well, of course, they're simulating hell. Of course.
Nice. They were burning junk piles. Is that?
I don't know. Some of the advertisers pulled out. Some of the tech advertisers after things that have already gone on since the opening.
Oh yeah,
I resemble that remark.
Country it was. There's a country. The first night they get there, they wake up and it was the cycling team for one of the countries, and their entire van is ransacked. Everything's stolen out of it. All their equipment, all the backup equipment. They're like, "Welcome to the first day of the Olympics." Yes, I guess security wasn't there.
What the hell you say?
People were protecting Trump. That's all I got to ask. I mean, this is what we sit back and grab those guys and ask this question.
What would you say you do here?
They tell you they have people skills. They're good at dealing with people. Can't you understand that? What the hell is wrong with you people?
You don't know what it's like to be me.
It just means you have to go out there and guard your van, and you might have to do this.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Do you see what happens, Larry, when you fuck a stranger in the ass?
That's what you get for having the Olympics in a country with a bunch of cheese-eating surrender monkeys. That's all I gotta say. Buongiorno, you French, you. Oh, yeah, whatever. It was good though. Cheesy.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
You.
Au revoir, mes amis.
Oh, mon ami. Mon ami. I have nothing to say.
If you want, you can go ahead and put your link into the chat, brother. Go ahead and promote yourself. While we wait for Apion to promote himself by pointing his link in the chat, Cash, go ahead and promote the Phantom Hooligans.
All right. The Hooligans, yes. All right. So in a few days, it's a scary thing, but Phil and I are going to be playing some more Fallout 76. It's been a little while, so that should be fun. It's probably going to be a morning stream on the Phantom Hooligans. And then I've decided, because after Spock joined our group, our little group of 5, and I'm glad Baron's daughter is having a lot of fun.
Babylon 5? We're Babylon 5?
Yes, Babylon 5, right. Is there a new game coming out? Yeah, right.
I wish there was a Babylon 5 game coming out.
Hey, look,
you met
guys.
that in MMO.
Ooh, I can play as Londo. All right.
That could be as an MMO. That might work.
That'd be a good game. You could be a Minbari, you could be Centauri, you could be Ranger, human, a Narn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. Yep. But that's coming up. There's some other surprises coming up with the Phantom Hooligans. But of course, we're going to start rotating games. So next week is going to be Ghostbusters. That's right. And then I can say this, a week after that, we're going to be playing Aliens. And then the week after that, we may be playing STO. So, yep. We're going to rotate games, and then we're going to get back to the point where... Mm-hmm.
I'm not getting any social disease.
STO, Baron. Come on, man.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Yep. So, yep. Yeah, so that's what's coming up, and then we'll get back to Dark Tide again, and then Vermintide 2, and then we'll just keep rotating those games and have more fun. So I thought it would be good we branch out some more on the Phantom Hooligans and good stuff. And then at some point, I think Mike and I will probably find a game to do a co-op with. Or
what do you mean? At some point, you and I
find
a game
to do there might be some game. Wait a second here.
I've been telling you about the game since I beat it.
Hold on, man. There may be that.
Yeah, you yellow belly, liver tailed coward.
Liver tail, yeah. Yeah, I know. Look at Barry. He just wants to make weird
maybe I'm gonna sound more like Rooster Cogburn and True Grit. Jeb Bridges. Mr. Cogburn, but you ain't too bright. I keep telling you about a game that we could play as a co-op, and you keep ignoring me.
I keep ignoring him. I'm being mean. Yeah, we should have a party on Red Dead Redemption 2. Yeah. AP, I need to talk to you about some other stuff, man. So I'm glad you popped up. Mm-hmm. Yep.
He wants to collaborate. He wants to do a stream with you.
I know. I'm down for that, Ipion. I'm down for it. Because I know Baron and Mike don't have Red Dead Redemption 2 yet, but I do think they would enjoy it. Yeah, I think even though online is pretty much dead, it's still you can get on there and have some fun. So,
and yes, I wouldn't mind doing collab stream with you, Apion.
Yeah, me too, man.
You know what? We all get up on our horse. You know, two guys talking, the Pop Talk gang go out there and cause some trouble.
Yeah, man.
If you want to have me, I could probably help out in some way. But
I said the Pop Talk gang. You're part of the Pop Talk gang. You.
What was that, Pa? I don't understand, Pa.
Baron Ormontag is definitely
because
Uncle
really
from
it's
that
it's
game.
been a while since we've done stuff with Apion, and so it's about time. Yeah.
Whatever you say, Pa.
I don't know what we're gonna do with the other two Apion, but I swear they drive me nuts. You want to trade? Yeah. Since Major League Baseball's making trade, Pacific414 trades Baron Ormontag and Cash Money 007, the two guys talking for Rocco the Brave and cash considerations. Oh wait, that means Cash will be coming back. Damn it!
Oh boy.
Hey, Paul. Hey, Paul. I discovered a new sport there, Pa. You take a cow patty and you fling it across the field there. I call it free.
Basically,
Want to join me?
You hear that, Baron? What he wants is he wants a mutiny. So we're gonna have to take over his show, Baron.
Whoa. What did you say? What did you
Yes.
Oh,
See, Cash made the segue. Yes, this Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to let Baron and Cash run the show. I'll still be on the show, but they're going to be in charge. Imagine how hard it's going to be for me to go, I want to kick them both out.
Yeah.
And I can't do it because I'm giving them the reins.
Yeah, he's doing the dinghy, folks.
I'm not going to be in the dinghy. I'm still going to be on the ship, and I'm going to go, oh, shit. Why do you even let them do this?
A pirate's life for me. I need an eye.
But yeah, so that's pretty much all coming up on the Phantom Hooligans right now. So.
Nice.
We have a lot of fun here.
No, we don't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we could ask Chad.
Yes.
I mean, gosh, what would happen if the combined forces of two guys talking come together with Pacific414? We're doomed! Doomed!
Yeah, 5 crazy people, dude. All right, good times.
Doomed!
I need an eye and a leg. I thought you already had that peg leg, and you had the eye patch and the other eye patch.
Yeah, I like that.
Pat, I want an R.
A Justice League, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Why couldn't we be the Legion of Doom?
Well, that name's been taken.
I mean, let's look at it this way: Apion, Padawannabe, Rocco the Brave, Baron Ormontag, Cash Money 007, and Pacific. Yeah, villainous.
I'm gonna have to think of my
That spells villains right there.
Yeah, I have to think.
I smell origin story.
I do too.
Yeah.
I know. I will be Dianeta. I'll be North Korea's answer to villains.
No.
Bow to me.
Fucking hell.
See? What?
Okay.
What?
I like that. I like this name. Pop Guys Talking.
Yeah, it's good.
Ooh.
I like it.
Ooh, I like that. It's mystical. Look at that.
But,
Look at that.
but yes. Wednesday, Cash and Baron will be taking over the show. They'll be selecting the articles. They'll be playing the clips. Meanwhile, I'll be going, oh, gosh, if I could have a channel afterwards, if I could have a show afterwards. What are you guys doing? Mike, what are you doing? Get your hand away from that control. You said you weren't going to touch anything.
There we go. Cash all ready for his villainous role.
That person.
Edmund, if you had her number, you would call her.
No, I don't think so.
So, hey, You like Vash too? I can be your Vash.
The funny thing, you just call that person and be like, "Hey, you heard of Vash? Look at your hair."
Old man Phil's always lurking. He comes in, says his things.
He's freaking Beetlejuice. I'm telling you. He's
Film a cracking.
He's always like, he always wants to tell people to take the wrong pill. We're like, no, that's not the pill we want to take. No, you want to take this one.
Gets on the phone with his good friend, goes, "Hey, you think you have a tough Joe? You just stepped down from a job. That's all. I got to deal with Pop Talk.
Can we get some ice cream today? Hey, did you watch Babylon 5? Did you see the designs? They're good. They're good. The sets.
The sets, they're good. The special effects, they're good." You kidding? We're gonna get a message from Phil later saying,
"Oh yeah,
Team Epic Phil at it again."
Team Epic fail. You guys lost on Friday.
I will answer Appion's.
Download your vote. Free ride.
You want to know? You know what happens? This happens.
Take the purple pill.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah, man. Like, wow. It's just
man.
I see everything, man.
Everything. You know, this should be my villain me, man. I can be the chill man. The chiller. Hey man, like, cool. Here, look the stamp.
But Baron, do you have anything you'd like to promote?
Yeah, Baron.
Not at this time. No.
All right.
No.
Now, as far as what's coming up on Pacific414 for YouTube and Rumble, Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern, I'll be playing more Metroid Prime Remastered. I know I've missed some equipment, so that stream's going to be going around looking for the upgrades I need.
Woohoo!
And then Wednesday, the two pirates are taking over. Here, I'm switching places. Baron, switch to your pirate profile because that suits you better than that other one that you have now.
Yeah, man. Like, whatever. Now I gotta find that, man. Where am I? There I am. Arr! I'm back now. What do you need, Almighty?
And I'll even tell you guys this. I know this won't be too much notice, but if you want to invite somebody on Wednesday's show, you can do it. You're in charge.
Ooh.
Oh, we can finally get Mike Zero on. Cool. Arr!
Thumbs up to that idea.
Oh man.
Basically, I'll still be on the panel, but my thing for Wednesday is I'm going to be the one playing the clips and making sure the chat gets acknowledged and.
Yes.
Well, I don't like that. I don't like that laugh. I don't like that laugh at all.
I don't want my pain taken away. I need my pain.
And you know what you'll say afterwards?
It stinks.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
I will tell
Phil,
you. It stinks. This is what I'll tell you both.
Do you think YouTube creators have good opinions? Yes. Well, you're wrong.
Baron over Tarek, Cash Money 007. I just want to tell you both that I spoke with Mike, he spoke with me, and we both agreed. You're fired.
Mr. President, are you in the bathroom by chance? Because you got this really gnarly echo.
Maybe I am.
Okay. Isn't that gold throne kind of cold though when you sit on it?
I could say more, but I'm telling myself, stop, Mike. Stop before you say something that you're gonna regret.
You already did. You said, "Hey, Baron, Mike, and that's Baron Cash. You're in charge of next week's show." You already said it, man. You were regretting it. You know you are.
He was making the captain's log.
No.
It's huge. Huge log.
It's huge log. It's huge.
Yeah. I mean, Biggest one ever. Never been one more perfect.
It's America's log.
Make Dookies great again.
Oh boy! Now we're going into a completely
Bill thinks that on Wednesday it's going to be the lowest viewed Pop Talk ever. Of course, he's going to say that because he wants us to fail all the time so he can laugh at us. That's what he thinks.
I thought that's what we're going to try to do.
Oh, are we?
That's the slogan for the elementary school kid that's running for class president. Make Dookie great again.
Make Dookie great again.
Oh God.
Oh.
But yeah,
we can make fun of everybody here. That's
Wednesday. Cash and Baron will be taking over at 6 p.m. Eastern. Like I said, I'll still be here and
they'll be
not
around.
going anywhere. And then Thursday, I thought, you know what? I played Batman Arkham Asylum last year, and why don't I play Arkham City?
Great game.
That's what I'm going to be doing on Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern. Is playing Arkham City.
You brought it up. Can I ask you about that?
I've never beaten the game, so I'm going to attempt to beat the game. It's not going to be all in one stream, one sitting. It might take a few streams to get it done.
Are you going to do the Catwoman stuff?
Of course I'm going to do the Catwoman.
Oh, well, I didn't know. I've never.
Why wouldn't he, man? Come on, man. You know what? I don't want to be.
I just
it's
recently got
Catwoman for
that content.
It's Catwoman. It's Catwoman.
You know, do we have to put you back in the dinghy, Padawan? Come
well,
on,
I saw that thumbnail, and then I went on it to see like how far away. I was like, oh, this is very far away. So I was like, maybe I'll get on Arkham Asylum because I had started it. I hadn't gotten through it, but I never got to play the. I'm pretty sure I beat it, although I never got to do the Catwoman stuff very much. And then I lost that content, and I just recently have gotten it again. And then I saw you do. I was like, oh, I totally want to play those games again. But yeah, I think you should do that. I think that's awesome.
And thank you for stopping by, Abel. I greatly appreciate it, brother.
Yeah,
it's great to see you.
Great to see you too, Abel. And you know, the biggest fear I have is this is going to happen before Wednesday, and it'll have to be me doing it solo. I'm afraid of this happening.
It's not a liquid! It's a great many pieces of solid matter that form a hard floor-like surface! Ah!
You know, it's going to happen to Cash one of these days. I'm scared.
Yikes.
I think we've all had a similar story.
Oh, boy.
Oh, I thought it was much deeper than that, and it was only 2 feet. Ah!
Oh, by the way, Padawan Wannabe, if you want to promote anything, please. Before I forget.
Yeah, how deep is it?
In 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 hours, we will be getting ready for the 6 o'clock West Coast time, Pacific Coast time. Stream on Appion's channel. We're watching Legend of the Seeker. I think Carla Burton will be joining us again for that. We are about 2/3 through season 1. So if you want to watch this show, please join us. He has a Cosme link, and we all watch it together. But because this is really not available, so and maybe we'll have our other guests pop in. He occasionally gets in there.
And say hi to Carla Burton for me and tell her I'm still rooting for the All Blacks, and it hurt that they had that loss against South Africa.
No.
What?
All Blacks. Well, you said All Black, and I went House of Dragons.
No. I'm talking about rugby, man.
So what do I have to say? What do I have to say? Say it again. I want to make sure.
Okay, just say hi. I'm still an All Blacks fan, and I hate how they lost to South Africa the other night.
Africa. Okay.
Yeah. South Africa. I don't like South Africa for the fact that my wife was drooling over them at the pool when we were at the Rugby Sevens in Las Vegas. It's like,
funny. I'll tell her Baron says oi.
She was. Oi. No, they don't say oi in New Zealand.
I'd tease her.
Yeah. She knows I know better than that, too. So,
she's Kiwi.
She's Kiwi. She's my Kiwi girl. But she's married, though. So.
Long distance.
Yeah, I know.
Work wife.
Hey, I have one of those, or I had one of those.
YouTube wife. There you go. But yeah, just that at 6 o'clock on Appion with the O, not or a 0, not an O. Appion with a 0, not an O.
Okay.
Boy, you were really helping.
Easier to find.
You okay there, Padawannabe? You all right?
No, it's on Pop Talk. None of us are okay.
And mushrooms. He ate the magic mushroom.
Did you eat the magic mushrooms and we told you not to, Padawannabe?
Just the caps, man. Just the caps,
man.
Oh man, you can keep those stems, man. I don't like stems.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Actually, my wife was cooking with mushrooms today, so
that's just my opinion, man.
I like sauteed mushrooms, to be honest.
My wife loves mushrooms. You know, it's a sad thing, though. We never had a moment to really play one of these, and I think we need to. I'm just saying, I'll do this one.
How many of you believe that having a hobby is a healthy and perfect way to express your individuality? Show of hands, now. Well, you're wrong.
I was kind of hoping to lead into that. Not that clip specifically, but that other one. Do you follow politicians and movie stars? Like, do you think they're...
How many of you think the opinions of actors should be valued as much as, well, say, doctors, engineers, or a courageous congressman?
Right here. Yeah, right on.
Well, you're wrong. Actors are self-centered punks.
Love it. I mean, as far as following actors on social media or politicians on social media, I follow very few, and I do mean very few.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I follow John Schneider, and he got married the other day. Congratulations to John Schneider.
Yeah.
And but I can say this, so fuck you, Mark Hamill. Okay.
It never gets old. It just doesn't.
No, it doesn't. I mean, if you need a cheap laugh, just go fuck you, Mark Hamill. Everybody knows.
Be more like Luke Skywalker from The New Hope, Mark Hamill, but you can't. So please, but I wish you would. I really do.
He's a dark empire. I sided with the Emperor, Luke Skywalker.
Yep, you did.
The Dark Republic. I like that idea. Dark Empire, Dark Republic. I like Dark Republic.
Well, no,
but I want
to Dark Empire.
But I want to thank everybody who watched, listened, or lurked. I don't see anybody popping up on the Rumble side, but a lot of times we do get lurkers over on that side.
Hey guys,
Rumble. Love it, YouTube. Rumble.
But I want to say thank you to Jason Fox of 540 Studios for stopping by.
Jason.
Apion, thank you for stopping by, brother. Good to see you. Spock. Spocko. Hey, Spocko.
Hey, Spocko. Yeah.
Thanks
I
for
thought you
stopping
said
by. Spocko.
Spocko, man. Come on, man.
CyberFoxy87, thank you very much for stopping by. Lord Crit of Everest Productions with his silk top hat and his monocle. Old man. The lovely Leia Rose, the princess of YouTube.
And this old member of the Phil McCracken fan club.
FKHC 2005, also known as Tim.
Where did that one come
Ronnie
from?
G. Tim?
Well, two girls, one blowhole. That sounds like a
He typed that in when we were talking about Transformers and
a
few other things.
documentary on conjoined twins.
Okay, I see. Thank you.
It's good to see you, Pop Culture Mechanic. Always nice to see you, Pop. Comic Relief Crusader, good to see you, Mike.
Hey.
And Pat Wannabe, thank you for hopping on the panel.
Hey, thank you.
He was?
Yes, remember?
Oh, I thought you got eaten by Lizzo. Sorry.
This is not the panel I was looking for.
the last Sunday of the month, Stealth is optional. Members get to hop on.
Invasion.
Mm-hmm.
This is Patrick Stewart, and I wish to tell Phil McCracken that I hate him also.
Phil hates everybody, but he still comes by, leaves a like, so he ain't that bad.
Are you sure? Are you sure? Like, are you really sure? I'm sure that he's our downvoter. If this was Clue, I'd be putting all my money on that.
I don't know who our downvoter is, but as far as I'm concerned, they just need to get over it. We're going to talk about what we want to talk about. We're going to have fun, and
I say it was Mr. McCracken from the ice cream parlor using a cell phone. That's there. That's my guess is on with the crime in Pop Talk Clue.
Okay, well, but thank you, everybody, and once again, happy birthday to Peter Cullen, the one who inspired many a child back in the 1980s with one iconic voice, which you're going to hear right now.
I heard that wolf.
Autobots, transform and roll out.
That wolf did sound familiar, kind of Lassie-ish. Is that what you're trying to tell us? We're going to have Lassie on sometime? Cool.
No, Baron.
No, Baron.
Is where it's at, baby.
We were wishing Peter Cullen a happy birthday again.
Oh, well, that was that kind of voice, too. Happy birthday, Peter Cullen. Voice of so many things. And let's not forget his work in Dungeons and Dragons animated show. So
I did put that in the description. I did put that in the description.
I know you put it in the description,
Don't
but
worry.
I'm putting that in the show. I'm trying to be nice.
Fuck you, Baron.
And